Welcome everyone to the Kolosseum week number 2 Mortal Kombat 11 top 8. I am your host, Mr. Aquaman. I'm going to get straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. I am joined for the first time here on the Kolosseum. Welcome everyone, Kevin Cologne. Kevin, welcome man. First timer. Tell us about yourself.
Hey, listen, I'm more than happy to be here. I want to thank you all for having me. Of course, I've been a big fan of the Coliseum for a long time, so this is as gracious of an opportunity as I can ever be given, and I'm excited for a lot of the matches that we have today. We were talking about it a little bit before stream started, and we've got a sweaty-looking tournament tonight.
That we most certainly do. MK11 never ceases to amaze me. You know, this was down to about 7 to 13 players vying for that like 8th or 7th spot in the standings, and you have to kind of see the back end a little bit of one win here, one loss there. Can make or break 2.5 hours worth of effort.
Yeah.
That is the matchmaking stage here in the Coliseum, guys. If you aren't familiar with the format here, it's really simple and a win-win for everyone involved. You sign up, you show up at the start time, and you play for 2.5 hours straight. 2.5 hours straight. You cannot go 0-2. There's no limit on how many matches you can play. You just join the pool of players, get matched up with someone, rinse and repeat the entire time. And that's what these players do every single week right before top 8 is set. And based on your record in those 2.5 hours is where you place. And that's why it gets so tight between those final spots, because these records, I mean, one loss here, one win there, and the strength of opponent matters too in the matchmaking stage. But with all that being said, let's take a look at who made it through that grueling process today in this bracket. And holy crap is my response, Kevin.
It came down to the nitty gritty when we were doing when you guys were doing a lot of the math to figure out the bracket and lock in this top 8. A lot of great competitors. Of course, I've got to try to be a professional tonight and act like I'm not biased towards my boy Turkey here, but that match versus OD Full Auto is going to be
honest with you? Me too.
Of course. Yeah. Well, you for the Kodo side, and he's one of my boys, so I've got to pretend that I don't have an implicit bias when watching that, but I think that's going to be one of my favorite matchups to see tonight. Tweety, of course, no surprise seeing him here. He is one of the strongest competitors we have in the MK scene right now, and he has been grinding as hard as anybody else has. Along with Patient Impulse, Biohazard, who had quite a sweaty set that we had the privilege to watch before this went live. Ludi, the Cabal Master, Unjust, Xander, who I've been becoming a bigger personal fan of lately. Really big with the Scorpion. He's been kind of, testing the roster out a little more recently, but I think Scorpion is his home and is what's going to bring him to the dance and to the end if he has a very solid chance of doing so. Just strong competitors all around.
Absolutely. I do want to make a note to Patient Impulse getting into top 8 with a tiebreaker over someone that's been super consistent. I think has placed 9th and in the top 16 both weeks here at Coliseum season number 4. Is Gunter the Legend. He was a tiebreaker away from being in the top 8, has joined us, and there were a lot of fresh names right there outside of top 8 with just one loss away. Sinister Rule, 9JA, Doom was with us this time around, Zanzun, all coming in, a lot of fresh names here. And like you mentioned, Xander, I actually have no familiarity with Xander whatsoever, so I'm really excited to see something new here tonight. You said he's going to be bringing it with Scorpion. I hope we see some mixes. I want to see some crazy back 2 OSs. I want to see some shenanigans.
Yeah, listen, I'm hoping. So again, he's been messing around, I think, with a little bit of Spawn, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely some pocket characters, but he is one. I mean, when you see really fast Scorpions, the difference almost comes down to the speed at which they can play Scorpion, and his Scorpion speed is just ridiculous. It is so hard to keep up with, especially having such a strong back 3 like that. One of Scorpion's most intimidating buttons in the game. He can just overwhelm opponents if he's given the right opportunity. Very momentum based, very strong player. Can't wait to see what he brings tonight.
Yeah, almost any direction with that 3 button, because I'm pretty petrified of forward 3 as well now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. And guys, this first match is going to go down. Looking at this bracket real quick, single elimination in these top 8s. We like it to be short, simple, and sweet, and we don't want to take up too much of everyone's time. Single elimination, first to 3 in round 1, first to 3 in semifinals, and then first to 5 in grand finals, and that's going to secure 1 through 8 in points. Top 32 in points every single week get points, guys. And I've narrowed it down even further, you know, the disparity between first and 32nd, so that it's a lot harder to just win a couple of weeks now and coast. You have to be consistent here in season 4. Otherwise, you're getting smoked.
Yeah, and smoked. And speaking of which, let's see if Patient Impulse and Tweety will be able to smoke each other as they prep for their first match. Patient Impulse, it's Raiden player, if I'm not mistaken, one of my favorite Raidens to watch. Let's see if the Mixmaster can get it done tonight.
Indeed, had such an impressive showing at Combo Breaker 2. He's one of my favorite names to see in a bracket for any Mortal Kombat tournament, because he is, once I see his name, I'm like, wow, that's a dark horse for that entire path of bracket, because he can upset anyone on any given day, and he's already off to a strong start here against Tweety.
And let's see, he has him cornered here, and of course, Raiden's big strength is going to be his footsies. As you see, Patient Impulse making great use of it there with a very strong start off of the teleport setup.
Oh my goodness, can Tweety even play the game? This is a former Kolosseum champion getting embarrassed here live. Getting embarrassed, Kevin.
And you know, we were talking about it before. A lot of Garrett's players, it depends on who you ask, but they say this is a problem matchup for him. And Patient Impulse seems to be very aware of that and able to make use of those Raiden tools to give Tweety a problem here.
Not treating the floor like it's lava, though, and Tweety's Sandtrap's finding the mark and not getting punished. What is the recovery on that short hop punch? He's going to get a hefty whip punish, though, and Patient Impulse back to the corner. We go and falling for the same setup twice as Tweety, and Patient did another anti-wake-up setup with that kind of meaty teleport.
Yeah, a little too slow on the draw there to get the punish, but the idea was there. And now Tweety, of course, once he gets this Garrett's pressure going, his ability, beautiful flawless block, to strike, throw, mix his opponent becomes so intimidating for them. They usually just end up getting caught in his traps.
And Patient deciding to hold on to the bar, and there's a really good read by Tweety, who could have gone for the sand trap setup and gets a nice just forward 3. When he's at that range, you have to respect it. And he's probably even buffering in the choke. He's just not afraid to do it whatsoever, because even if you whip the forward 3, in comes the 2, and I'm still safe.
Yeah. I mean, if there's anything that can be said about Tweety, is he is one of the biggest I am not scared MK players that I think anybody in the scene has ever seen. He will just go for it.
Woo! And returning a taste of Tweety's own minutes with the flawless block there. And I love those walk back ones from Rain. They're going to be essential here against Garrus, who can't have those T-Rex limbs about him.
Yeah, and I will say too, that 2-4 string is flawless blockable, and to this day, I've been watching this game since it's come out, and I feel like I've never seen that string get flawless blocked in competition.
Oh, ever. And how many sand traps are going to find the mark? Another knockdown by Tweety. I love his use of down 3 as well to create those quick whiff opportunities. Just tossed onto the ground. Flawless block. Oh, I didn't have the bar. Almost got it in time. His offensive party sucks in the startup of the sand trap that would have closed the gap, and Patient Impulse, the lightning, finding its market time. Woo! What a game number 1, though, Kevin.
Yeah, and I mean, Patient, when you look at a lot of the top Raiden players from those that we can source from, they all basically have a different fundamental skill with Raiden that they're really good at. I'm always a big fan of Dark Elite's ability to kind of create the distance with Raiden and play him the way that I feel like Raiden should be played. Patient Impulse has always been one of the best neutral Raidens as far as just making great use of his mid-range tools to keep his opponent at bay. And I mean, that flawless block, even in combination with that, such a wonderful way to keep Tweety on his toes now. Because he can't even challenge, he might get launched.
A strong start indeed. That's what impressed me. He's such a solid player to back it up. And huge shout outs to Honeybee, who had a really good run this week, as well as Patient Impulse, really one of the students coming from the Hive.
Yeah, still plays the Raiden in Injustice too, so dedicated to this character. And we'll see if he can continue to keep his momentum up against Tweety here with this 1-0 point lead.
See what there is here. Forward 2. No, look for a short hop read, and Tweety had the patience and says, hey, trying to avoid this, I'm still coming. And Patient Impulse with some super aggressive, what's that wake up back one too I just saw? Talk about bold.
Yeah, and Tweety, of course, willing to take the damage here, knows that with the combination of choke, he can easily make it back up as long as he can get a confirmed going, and we're going to be looking at one here.
How much is it going to be? He's not going for the armor break setup here, and this is going to be a reward for Patient not coming off it.
And now, of course, has to be careful to not get caught up. He won't have the defensive meter. Never mind, it just came back.
Ooh,
and now just bullying Tweety in the corner.
Wow, what a bait too. Did the down 3 on hit, walked back, and Tweety still pressed it. Call it the teleport too. This is going to be huge. Did the breakaway, one more hit by Tweety. And we jump into 1-1 easy hit confirm, and that's going to be the round for Tweety.
I mean, we are starting to see some very, very brave plays from both of these competitors, but empty jump 1-1 has to be just...
But the fact that it was the right read, because it looked like Impulse started either a short hop or a jump, which tells us, the viewer, that he was going for a flawless block.
Yeah, I mean, listen, at this level, these adaptations are so specific and you have to make them so fast.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not either. That's why I'm...
But I appreciate that they're doing it.
Yeah, that's why I'm behind the mic and they're behind the controllers. All right, let's see. Yep, and this is always... Now, Tweety's big on the strike throw sequence here. I want to see... Usually, he goes for 2, and then he does stand 1, and then he goes for another throw. I've seen him do it 50 times. No, he waits.
He did wait, but it was a similar call out, right? Of throw, something throw.
Yeah, I've seen him do it 800 times. Listen, I'm not going to have the courage to call him out if I'm ever on the opposite side of the screen from him, but it's definitely his go-to in pressure situations.
Oh my goodness, someone in chat said grabby Gary, and now I can't unhear it.
All right, and Patient Impulse just needs 1 touch here, but so does Tweety.
Oh, he's just dancing right now. That's the schmoement of Rage. And he got to press again, and it was on the down 3. That has got Tweety to press 100% of the time, I feel like, and that's going to be a dead gears. All
right, big damage in here, and Patient Impulse keeping himself alive. If he can secure a 2-0 victory here, the momentum that will build for him will be impeccable. Let's see if Tweety will be able to shut this down.
Oh, weapon interactable. He's going to pay the iron price for that one. To the corner.
Oh.
No, a gift from Patient, but every hit's finding its mark.
And here's the throw again. Let's see what kind of offense Tweety decides to enact with that. Oh, calls it out with the 2-4.
Oh, that slight patience into the 4-2. That's that type of aggression and confidence that you just don't see from anyone else.
I'll tell you, I was hoping that Tweety had the gall to go for the interactable again. I really wanted him to just get disrespectful.
I think 4-2, we'll take throwing to it. Walking up into that crouch is, I think, him doing a little option select on reading a wake up 3, having a flawless block up 2 input, and maybe doing a nice little micro duck OS on top of it. That's so scary seeing that type of forward movement on your wake up. Patient Impulse down on health right now. They're dancing from the top rope. It was the Macho Man elbow, but the jumping whiffs, and instead we're gonna get hammer time in a 1-1 match to get us started here.
Yep, and returns the favor with the brutality. Tweety keeping himself alive. It's all going to be down to who gets the next win here, of course. The loser is going to be character and variation locked, and is going to have to be confident in that throughout the rest of the set. But given that these are 2 big character loyalists, I don't think it'll be much of a problem for them. It's just going to come down to, again, the minute adaptations they'll have to make as they progress through the set.
Indeed, this was a nice little scramble here. Tweety let Patient Impulse dance a lot here, and kind of outpatient him a little bit until he jumped in, and then it ended up being the right read. Caught Patient swinging, and then a little bit of a scramble. And 9 times out of 10, when you're in that kind of ugly scramble situation and you're just recovering from something, one of your go-tos is, I always like to call it that kind of panic throw. We all do it.
Yeah, no, you have to. And I mean, Tweety, he did a great job of giving Patient Impulse a taste of his own medicine. Got the life lead, was willing to play patient, and then punished him once he got impulsive.
1-1 now, guys. We got ourselves a match. Loser of this is going to get 5th on the week. Still walk away with some hefty points. And this is a 6-week-long series. Was 7, but with CEO going on, we did have to cancel week number 4. So it's going to be 6 weeks. And if you're top 16 in points at the end of the season, you're making the finale. And that's where the money's going to be on the line. We'll talk about the money after this one. But right now, we're watching the slam. And welcome to the jam. You're playing Geras games, baby. Oh, no. Trying to wake up buttons?
All right, the forward 3 into back one gets the choke now, and this is going to be big damage in the corner, especially with Patient Impulse not being able to break away. That crushing blow is guaranteed.
Oh, catches. Patient pressing every button but the block right there. every button hit. Oh, no.
He's trying to play a game.
He did not want to just, give up his turn in that instance. He's going to need the punish here. Has a big lead to make up. Starting off a little strong. Ooh.
Kevin, sometimes you just want to press buttons, and you cannot fault the player for wanting to do that.
I mean, listen, I subscribe to the cult of mashing. I think it's one of the ways that MK11 just wants to be played.
Oh, you're one of us?
Yeah, listen.
One of us.
Yeah, frames are a mindset,
They are. I argue that if you let me mash, that's your fault.
Yeah, why didn't you enforce? If you were so plus, how was I able to press? You really got to think about it. Oh, and that 1-1 mix. I want to be one of those guys too that says that's a little less real offline, but I definitely got caught with it once or twice.
Oh no. Like it got yourself nice, not overcommitting there by Patient. Knew the break was gonna come. He has to survive Madison. Tweety, the down 1 hit advantage. He hasn't risked jailing a high. He's just always gone for that forward 2, keeps it safe with the mid. And Patient not ready. We haven't seen a lot of flawless blocks that hit advantage of the down 1 either, so Tweety's just gotten to freely kind of move about the cabin in his pressure right there and establish that strike throw off of everything.
Yeah, and it's one of the biggest aspects of his game plan is that he needs to establish the threat of that throw to open up his opponents to that forward 2. It's the fact that he's so willing to risk his neck for it. His courage builds opportunities for him in the future.
Say risking his neck right as he got a chop there. Loved the anti right there, but he was just out of steam by the time he got what he wanted, right? A little bit of momentum and more importantly, position. And with Raiden, that's key. And one of the things that Patient loves the most is to get his opponent cornered and play those teleport mind games.
Yeah, I mean, it's so helpful.
Yet, and I can't wait until we potentially see it as a teleport through a wake up punish. One of the smoothest things you'll ever see.
Oh yeah, if you can manage to get it going off though. It depends. Tweety, in certain situations, depending on how he feels like mashing, might not let Impulse get away with that. But, you know, it's going to be down to really who wants it more.
Patient says, how many throws do y'all want me to take?
I mean, listen, that's up to you. How many throws are you allowed to take? And of course, keeping it safe, that forward 2-1 into Gauntlet, always to protect the flawless block gap. Speaking of flawless blocks. And the wake up 1-2. See, this is all just a game of chicken right now.
It's about respect. And once more, not respecting the hit advantage of down 1. This Patient Impulse, the miss sand trap, give him the opportunity. And that was a sweaty, flawless block, but he went for the slowest normal in his possession.
Yeah, but now he's going to pay the price.
With his life.
All right, Tweety on match point. Patient Impulse needs to get it together here.
Okay. I feel like that's worked 90% of the time. Tweety just does it again, and he had it loaded. Did the fact that he whipped the first... No! Oh! Throw the towel. Throw the towel.
Oh. Yeah. No.
My God.
This is getting a little hard to watch. Oh, the wake up jump. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Do we believe in the comeback?
You son of a bitch.
Just throwing.
Oh, God. Throw it again. Throw it again. Throw it again. No. Lucky that he didn't hold the down 2 crushing blow, and that's going to be all she wrote. And give me that leg. Add it to the collection.
Listen, I respect his want to believe. I mean, at the point that he was at, he really needed a courageous comeback if he wanted to establish some kind of momentum there, and Tweety was just not giving it to him. Just through the whole match. You could also say that about Patient Impulse towards the end too. Like either Tweety threw him the whole match or Patient Impulse threw the match at the end. I was surprised to not see as many Supermans coming from Impulse, given how strong his offense once was. He got Tweety in the corner. I feel like one confirm into Superman, set him up, and then just bully him for the rest of the game might have favored him a little more.
Yeah, and he almost knew not to test Tweety's reaction too, like with the teleport. If you saw, he wasn't making any teleport reads, and Tweety never got uncomfortable doing sand trap consistently. So, you know, teleport wasn't a threat, raw Superman wasn't a threat, and it really let him kind of dominate the pace of the match with the sand traps, because bam, it's gap closed, and then strike throw to death was almost how the story went every single game.
Yeah. And I mean, it's hard because you're just in a situation where you have to guess. Of course, you could try teching, but even that in itself is a 50-50. So it just comes down to being ready for the offense that Tweety brings. And while Patient Impulse was doing a great job of setting the pace in the beginning, he lost track of it, and there went the rest of the set.
Get these invites out nice and quick for these gentlemen. It's going to be a high-octane one. It's going to be Biohazard and Ludi coming up next. Biohazard went 8-2 today. What a record. 3 players going 8-2 was Biohazard, Turkey, and Ludi. So both of these guys tying at 8-2. Let me see if they played each other, and let's see who their losses are against. Biohazard here only had 2 losses. One was to the mighty Unjust, and the other was to Tweety. Had to face his brother, and it was 3-2. Oh no, but him and Ludi have... I really hate to see that one in the bracket. But they have not met thus far, and let's see who Ludi has lost and beat here in week number 2 of the Kolosseum Season 4, guys. Lost to Full Auto and 2 Honeybee. Got some big wins over Patient Impulse, over Ra's al Ghul, who had insane wins today. Fueled Punk, who was I believe just outside of top 16. 9JA, who was like top 10. So really solid stuff from him. Sinister Ruler 2. And so these two have not met. And Biohazard, who's retired, by the way, Kevin.
Yes, no, I remember. And you know, as much, I feel like since he's been retired, I've seen him playing more than he did before he was retired. So,
imagine
I'm going to take his word on it, but I don't know what we're looking at as far as his activity recently. But we'll see too. It's going to be pretty struggle bus. I feel like Cabal, which should be Ludi's presumed pick. You know, especially with the level of competition he has to deal with Biohazard. Very agile character, especially with his air mobility. We're all aware. Kano, a little rough for him when it comes to anti-air. So Biohazard's going to have to work around Kano's toolkit to really try to shut down Ludi just jumping around like in, no disrespect to Ludi, like an idiot. It's how you have to play Cabal in that matchup. You just have to just take to the skies.
Call it like we see it here in the Kolosseum, guys. But I almost expect we saw a bunch of Biohazard's matches during the pre-show and on everyone's streams, guys. In the pre-show, we just watch everyone streaming their runs. If you guys are YouTube members, hang out with us before top 8s. But we saw a couple of Biohazard's matches, and he was nowhere near Kano the entire tournament run, Kevin. We saw mostly because he was fighting against Jackie Baraka, and I wonder if he's going to bring that same playstyle to Cabal. I wonder if that's the pick for Cabal, is that Spine Burst Baraka, because it generates a no-fly zone, and that's what Cabal wants. But I have the magical ability to see the King of the Hill right now, and you guys cannot. So I know who Biohazard just picked, and I don't think anyone knew this was coming.
I'm actually, and for those who know me watching the show, they'll understand how upset I am once they see it on screen. So now I'm automatic. As much as I love Biohazard, I'm rooting for Ludi a little bit here.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll explain why when they can see, but yeah, some of them in the chat already have an idea of what we're looking at here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Collector.
Yeah, I, Mr. Aquaman, cannot stand this character. This is my...
And then you get a raw Relic Lore to start the match, already trying to get inside Ludi's head. Oh, what in the world?
I will tell you one thing that I cannot stand this character. I feel like he took spots that I wanted other characters to have. I didn't get Reptile because they put him in the game.
Oh my god,
he's not cool looking.
Glad they put him in the game, because did you just see what Biohazard did? He just flawless the Cabal. Okay, that should be put in a museum.
Well, this is one thing I will say about Collector. If I have to be honest and I have to, pretend that I'm not holding back my gag reflex watching him on the screen, Relic Lore is a must for me. If you're going to be playing Collector and you're not using that move, I think you're just giving yourself a less optimal variation.
Agreed. One of the best armor breaks.
Yeah, and it's a combo launcher that you're going to go for anyway, so you don't even really have to make armor break reads. You just have to use the move normally. 9 times out of 10, you'll still get it.
You just have to do it, and leave it to Biohazard to as long as he can also equip a command grab, establish that kind of game.
Oh, look, just scooped it. Wait, does Relic Lore actually challenge people that high up? Is that the tech here?
It does.
Because Ludi was a little high.
It is active for 5. That's still punished. What was the recovery on that up 3? I thought he was gonna live for sure. I think Ludi has no idea what's happening. Just like
inhaled and then exhaled, and that set was over. That was ridiculous. And every part of every chromosome I have in my body is just bothering me right now. They don't like seeing it.
I have never seen a Cabal in a Kolosseum top 8 not play MK11.
Yeah, no, it's one of the things with Ludi is, from what I've seen of his matches, the times I've been fortunate enough to watch it, he's kind of a smoke or get smoked player. And this is one of those matches where he just got smoked. And I'm rooting for him, so I want him to clean it up, but he might have to try to engage at farther distances than he's been doing so far, because he's been boxing with Biohazard and it hasn't been going well.
Yeah, this is getting into the ring with Mike Tyson, maybe like 2 days after he announced that he was retiring.
Yeah, it's just not a good call.
Like he still got that hook.
And listen, Biohazard, if you really want to convince us that you've retired from the community, why don't you also retire this character? Just do us all the favor. I would have been really excited to see the Baraka.
Kevin, I think he's trying to secure the bag here. No pun intended on the character selection, but we haven't talked about it, guys. There has been and is going to be significant money on the line at the end of the season. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. If you're watching in the future on YouTube, look in the description. If you want to contribute to the prize pool, you can do so there. We are already at $250 on the line to top 8 this season. Thank you so much. And if you guys like what you see, contribute to it. You can add money for free by claiming a code, create an account, and thank you so much to everyone that's already donated.
Yeah, and listen, guys, I am not an educated man, and even I was able to go over there and claim the code. So there's no excuses. I don't want to hear it. Oh my God, Biohazard just continuing to go on a tear here. Whew. And on top of Collector being such a waste of a character slot, he is also one of the most awkward characters to fight against in this game. It's that four. Oh my God, look, just a poke it to Relic Lore.
I love it though. That's trying to establish some dominance, and that's what we've seen from Biohazard. That's gonna hit that. Oh my God, the active rate. Oh no, it's the obscurity of this character that if you don't, I don't know, actively play against this every day, like I feel like something's gonna catch you off guard.
Oh no, the answers to him are very specific. Even Relic Lore, which should be a very, very easy move to contest if you know how to contest it. If you don't know how to deal with that, it's almost essentially not knowing that you're supposed to neutral duck Storm Cell at the end. Like, it just becomes one of his best moves.
Mm-hmm. And Ludi's gonna need a miracle. Only a real master with 1.6 HP on the board, and if Fatal Blow can do it, I'm so scared. Oh. He's respecting everything though, as Biohazard.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you've just got to throw people. I like these air buzzsaws, but he's got to be careful. Oh, man, he just didn't get the confirm.
And save the Fatal Blow. This is a win-win for Ludi, and now he can breathe.
Ludi, I need you, please. I've never been more invested in a set in my life. Oh, gets over? Nice trip guard. Or what we in the community like to call a trip guard. I know that's technically incorrect, but we all know what we mean. Oh, and this is going to be a big life deficit.
That was a disgusting sequence from Ludi, who hasn't taken any damage in the last 40 seconds, and near flawless as a back end. That is a response from Ludi if I've ever seen one. What can I curse on this show? What in the fuck just happened?
Listen, that was some dominating dopamine that he just gave me. Woo! If there's anything I like seeing more than a Collector get bodied, is a Collector get bodied that fast. And if anybody's going to do it with speed, it's going to be Cabal. We still got a whole set to tear through here. I need Ludi to stay on that energy. Look at this. Just look at these. Look at the reset he went for too. Had he believed in that.
Yeah, that would have been GG's, and gets the interruption, which we've seen multiple times in a row. The 4-2-2 interruption, which actually started the comeback in round number 2, if you remember correctly. If he didn't get that interruption, it was GG's games, game blouses.
Oh, and every part of me was hoping that he was going to pressure Biohazard to switch off of Collector, yet here we are. He believes in himself. And I believe in Biohazard, but I am...
Biohazard sat back and he said, okay, I have to block a little bit. Gotcha.
I think at this point, he's doing it to spite me. I just think he just wants me to be upset. If he makes it through this... I
would respect that too.
Yeah, you know what? As a man... If he's gonna disrespect me with this character, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Well, neutral still able to get the confirm. Oh, this is gonna be a problem here.
That's one of the best meaties that you can do right there. Outside of wake up ranges, hit confirmable. And he let him get away with murder right there. Ludi not challenging, but if they let that mace rip still in a non-punishable state, and that 4-3 is putting in some work from Biohazard, and Collector's coming in whether you like it or not with that normal.
Oh, and beautiful into that command grab.
Not talked about enough, by the way. All these people bitching about Kotal's forward 2. Collector's 4-3? Hello?
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Cancelable? Dad?
Oh, nice buzzsaw there.
Goes into full screen projectiles? Grandma?
I mean, I get annoyed enough with his his 4-4. And you can at least contest that move if you know how to. But that 4-3, I mean, that can cause so many problems for so many characters. And Collector is not a character that is going to have a problem catching up on damage on top of that. Doubly so with Relic Lore. Anytime he touches you, if he's not getting 30%, he's just not doing his routes.
That was one of the most disgusting anti-airs I've ever seen.
I mean, Collector has like I think what, like 4 amazing anti-air buttons. His stand 1 is really good. His stand 2 is really good.
Down to the best down to anti-air with.
Yeah, he's not there. He's just not actually there.
He's reversal command grab. You know what? Round of applause. Yeah, I'll give that a round of applause.
I'm gonna keep my hands under my butt for. I think I've made my stance clear. Aquaman's gonna have to clap twice as hard.
Do you see him like clapping for his own achievement and raving at the same time? That's what Collector can do above any other character.
Yeah, and I mean, don't forget he still has those other 2 hands that will not let go of the bag in Biohazard here with very similar energy.
Must always be secured. Okay.
Let's see. Just look at this bowling. I really was a big fan of his just raw command grab answer at the end there. Like you need to open up these competitors to knowing that you have the audacity to do that. And again, the second he starts staggering, that command grab is going to become very scary, and it's real. It is a mid.
And did you know that when it snows, I mean, that he has a 9-frame mid?
Yes, I did actually. I was actually made aware of that like a week and a half ago.
Unbelievable. You Collector players owe all of us an apology.
Yeah, none of us feel bad for you. Like you can talk all day about how struggle it is to play your character, but we know what's really going on. Big confirm here. Oh, what a call out. That was such a good use of that 4.
He hasn't been able to wake up whatsoever. Bios just abused the range.
Well, it's one of those things with Collector because he has that range. You never really need to play scary Okizemi against your opponent. You can make it relatively safe all the time. Even if they roll, you're going to recover by the time they get to you. Ooh. Oh, what a challenge. And then, of course, there's a Relic Lord making it guaranteed.
That was absurd. The conversion, and like you said, it's an absolute why not thing to do.
Yeah, had he not broke away, he's still going to get a combo. If he does break away, he's still going to get his combo, and it's going to rescale.
And it's going to kill. Either way. Oh, these air-to-air callouts are huge from Biohazard too. You don't want to get caught whipping those instant reads, because then you're in some serious recovery. Wake up buttons.
Yeah, notice how Biohazard so confident in his ability to get his damage up. The second Ludi manages to hit him with anything, it's instant breakaway. Just challenges him to find an opening like that again. Oh my God, the jump over the buzzsaw.
And Ludi knows he just has to hold it. The guaranteed damage. Oh, are you kidding me? Biohazard wasn't even ready for that one. We were talking about that stand 1 earlier. Creating a no-fly zone, and Ludi just whiffing for days. He's fighting his own shadow on the ground. And jeez.
I'm almost speechless here. Like I'm looking for the words to really describe what I just witnessed, and it's hard to find them. Just domination, just complete dictating the pace of the match. It's because I'm upset with Collector. That's what it is. I don't want to give him his credit, but I have to. He's forced my hand.
You know what? That's fine. He'll get 0 from Kevin. He'll get 100 from me.
Yeah, I'll give him an 8. I'm playing on a mixed box.
There we go. I'll actually give him some in-game respect. Go and spend that however you want to, Biohazard. You're moving on to the semifinals here tonight.
And that is what we'll see if he still, because of course Biohazard has his little Rolodex of characters that he likes to switch between. So we'll see if he continues to play him throughout the rest of the set. I'm sorry, the rest of the event tonight. But coming up, if I'm not mistaken, Unjust versus Xander.
Yeah, the mighty Unjust.
This is going to be a fun one for me. I mentioned to you before how big of a fan of Xander I've become over time. Very, very strong Scorpion. Hope that he chooses to pull it out. I know when you face somebody as strong as Unjust, you have to be really cautious over the characters you decide to go in with. Scorpion, little high risk, high reward, especially with the style of which Xander likes to play him. It'll be interesting to see how Unjust deals with that. I've got to assume Unjust is just going to, Xander's just going to come out of the box swinging. It's going to be, I think, to his benefit to try to overwhelm him while Unjust is unfamiliar with his playstyle before he gets an opportunity to catch on to his habits.
100%, just getting him in here. One of the only players that I'm unfamiliar with the PSN off the top of my head. I can't believe I had to look it up for once. Oh no, we're gonna get Xander in here. You're talking about it. It's about catching someone off guard that also is one of the hardest people to catch off guard. Because what does the mighty Unjust not know? right?
Yeah, he's gonna have the tech for dealing with Scorpion. It's just gonna be a matter of, will he know how to deal specifically with Xander's Scorpion? There is an extent where it comes down to specifically the way the player likes to play them versus how the character ideally, quote unquote, should be played. Like, I know I've gotten away with similar. So I have this Jackie tech, and I'm gonna have to expose myself on the Kolosseum. Well, one thing I could tell you, I might have mentioned this to you at Combo Breaker because I was telling everybody about this, but I can't name a player that I have competed against that this has not worked on. Off round start back 2-2, micro dash back forward 2 for KB has hit every single player that I'm talking about. The highest level competitors have gotten hit with that. Yeah, for some reason it just works. And so now that I've said it on such a giant platform, if anybody else gets hit with it any day after this, it's your fault. I exposed it, and I will still be going for it. It is my thing.
I have a couple of ones too where 99% of the player base doesn't block in one situation with Code Leader. I can't explain it. If you guys have those as well with your character, let us know in the comments and in the live chat. But
yeah, it's one of my favorite things.
Have you ever noticed something like that?
Yeah, a lot. You know what else is not real but always works? Forward 3 sand trap with Garrus. That's not mix.
Yeah, why?
Like
why?
it just.
No.
People are so convinced it's an overhead. I don't know what it is about it.
I mean, it sure does. Oh my, we're seeing the Johnny Cage from Mighty Unjust, and he's gonna battle a broken forward 3 with a broken forward 3. And I've heard legend of this. I've heard of this. Supposedly, look for the chip damage.
Yeah, he's bringing back shades of old Batgirl and Injustice 1.
Oh my god, we're about to see some old school fisticuffs from the oh no, I mean, my first big offline was TCW, and fisticuffs almost block infinited his way to a championship. It was insane.
Yeah, I mean, oh, here we go. Nice answer from Xander, but misses the confirm. One of the tougher ones to land with Scorpion.
Guaranteed 200 damage while those things were loaded too, because that increases the chip on all punch attacks.
Yes. And of course, Johnny Cage with no lack of punch attacks to bully his opponent. Doubly so if he manages to lock him down in the corner with those active. He can basically just bully him away to a win.
Ooh, dancing in the back 3. And now so many mixes, you gotta guess. Keeps it safe. Loving the movement right now by Xander. And he almost mistimed that. If Mighty Unjust would have gotten up with like a 1-2 or something, I think he could have threaded the needle in the recovery of the back 1. That was tight.
Yeah, and it depends... If he times that correctly with that meaty too, he could have potentially tried to chip him out. But I think the second that back one whipped, he gave up that opportunity. Lucky for him, it played out in his favor regardless.
Ooh, and now we're swinging.
Yeah, but both of these characters were really great down fours to contest each other too.
And they're going to be fighting at similar ranges as far as normals, right? 4-3, both between the two, back 1, back 3.
Yeah, I mean
all at similar ranges.
That back 1-4 for Scorpion is such a good shimmy tool. Doesn't miss that confirm.
He just did it. That might be the most maddening thing I've seen a Scorpion player do. Just low into it. Goes out, but no. Mighty Unjust could have hit a blow cancel there. Is this going to be enough?
Knows he can't break away. Let's see if this opportunity he's given Xander is going to cause a problem, and it does. Xander with the confirm, that beautiful timing in response with that teleport, able to sneak away. And I wonder if Mighty Unjust is beating himself over the head for not spending that fatal blow.
He might be saying some unholy things on his stream right now.
I can imagine so.
Oh no, because he's going with this variation, he doesn't have the shades. So even in his optimal combo, which was still incredibly tight execution-wise, wasn't enough damage.
And I mean, it was just a hair away. But it was just, I mean, if you watch it again here, knowing the amount of damage this does, it looked like it had the potential to kill, but he was literally that 1.5% away. And that's all Xander needed to make that comeback.
And in that round, Mighty Unjust got clipped by a couple of raw teleports there when he finally got caught slipping. But there was another where there was just a scramble situation. He let another EX teleport rip. He blocked the first part. And I've been in that situation. Sometimes you have to really let go early and believe that they're not going to amplify. Or otherwise, you're going to miss out on an opportunity not to punish the non-amplified version. and you just get launched into outer space, and that cost Mighty Unjust big time and lost the momentum when he finally got it.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I do believe there is a timing between the non-amplified and amplified version where you can kind of just press a button in between consistently, but it's that space to get that out is so tight. And again, Xander just bullying with the back threes. And of course, this is all a threat between the back threes and the throw. Scorpion is just trying to open you up to get hit with one of his combo extenders.
Advantage to, oh, finally see the throw again. Ugh. Just makes the hero knockdown. Just safety, and Mighty Unjust, I thought he was going to get one of those miracle jumps out of the corner, but gravity defied him, landed right in front of him.
Well, again, doing a good job poking.
For Xander. Wow, that's still punished.
Gonna get his damage here. Let's see how Unjust continues this pressure. Gets the corner now. All he needs to do is really just bully Xander in there and then get his fisticuffs going. Nice launch.
Stop it! On the air. Oh no, after the up two, and that optimally will kill. Whew.
Yeah, he is not willing to make the same mistake twice.
And so did he switch off of the fisticuffs?
I believe he did for the sunglasses.
Yeah, and look at that, already coming in handy.
I mean, the not having the sunglasses really would cost him last time. That could have been an easy confirm for him back then. And I think you've got to decide sometimes, do you want to sauce or do you want to win? And I think Unjust decided he wants to win.
Ooh, he got ballsy against those plus frames, did Xander right there. But that's one of the best answers is a poke, dash cancel poke.
Oh, and yeah, he is just teleport canceling all around the screen right now, just trying to keep trying to keep Unjust on his toes, which is going to be the best advantage that he has. As long as Unjust doesn't know what's coming next, he's going to have a hard time answering it. What a beautiful jump in.
Holy crap, jumping into 244 guaranteed. Johnny Cage doesn't have damage? He's got a little bit out of the teleport. He's just Scorpion from their place, and he's going to take the damage while he can.
It's going to pretty much even up the life here. It's not going to get him the win, but it's going to give him his best opportunity at locking it down. He just believes.
That's a bold throw right there.
Yeah, we talked earlier about how scared you are of 4-3, and I think that's one of the reasons why. What do you do?
And if Scorpion hasn't come off that KB yet, it's such a scary situation to be the entire match. You know, I almost argue that you have to challenge it early and just get it over with. That way you can be disrespectful against this man's pressure and not let him get away with just 4-3 stagger all day long. Because it is one of the strongest aspects of Scorpions. Speaking of, I love Scorpions. More and more, I see them adjusting to using that more vertical jump in of his to get those big confirms from farther away.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a great tool for him if you have the execution and land it consistently. I think one of the problems with a lot of Scorpions is that they're not able to do it in pressure situations where they need to land it. Xander clearly having no problem with that.
Woo! Xander holding the lead, and he could take a 2-0 lead here. Nope, I think he's gonna need one more.
Oh, he has to be beating himself over the head for not having the death spin. Yeah, that's not going to chip out. This is the same thing we were talking about last time. The fact that the first attack in that sequence whiffed is what cost him the chip out.
And it got flawless blocked. That was the most like he was dead if he didn't flawless block that either.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Xander knew it was time to chip out, but the problem with that being so obvious is that so does Unjust. And when you have the skill to save yourself in situations like that, this is not the first time he's been put in a scenario where if you don't flawless block, you don't get to play.
Yeah, run it back. Look at Mighty Unjust. No defensive bar whatsoever at the start of this.
And I mean, still, you've got to, knowing the level of competitor that Unjust is, you still got to give Xander credit for being able to give him this much of a run for his money so far. These have not been easy games for him. And I think Unjust, even with the inclusion of the fisticuffs in his first variation pick, that's kind of disrespectful to go for against Scorpion, who can really just get himself out of the corner whenever he wants, ideally.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy to bully him in the same way you would with other characters, but I think Unjust just thought he could do whatever he wants, and he learned from Xander's first game. It's not going to be that easy.
I know I always feel, you know, the worst situation to be against Johnny is in the corner because that's where it becomes jail. Everywhere else, you guys are just playing your own games. And you're right. So to have that ability to threaten Johnny with a good time, outside of the corner. Always going to be key. And there he is. Woo!
Oh,
We're looking at a hit advantage, you madman.
Yeah, but Unjust got away with one earlier. Xander now returning the favor, showing he's also capable of coming up with reads like that. And now starts to bully too. Notice though, he hasn't really been able to fish an escape failed off of Unjust, which would really lead into making that 4-3 even more threatening. If Unjust ever ends up without defensive meter, you don't want to be put in a situation where off of 4-3, you have to either take 30% or take 30%.
Ooh, perfect punish with the shadow kick. Jumpman's gonna whiff. Go profile with that down four. Kind of a one situation fits all button. Both these characters down fours. Oh, no whiff punish from Mighty Unjust right there. Maybe that they'll do some good. That's what's scary about the 4-3-2 of Scorpions. If you see the 4-3 whiff in front of you, do you try to whiff punish, mess up, and get launched? And that's another 1-1 hit confirm from Xander on the fatal blow to at least tie us up, give him a slight lead, and then he's gonna bet on a teleport, read in the back three, throw, kill territory, and he's gotta go for it. Oh, it's the obvious! And the American reset. If Xander would have just blocked, I don't think that would have comboed, and wow.
Yeah, he just, I think the same he did. He just believed that he got hit. I'm actually surprised that Unjust dropped that.
And I just saw a godlike MKX Scorpion anti-air. Stand 3? Mwah. I'll give him some props for that.
Let's see here. Oh, beautiful answer back. Didn't fish out the KB though. That would have been perfect time. Unjust didn't have the bar to do anything about it. And you know, I would love to see Xander have the audacity to throw out just like one down 4 into spear. Just something a little grimy. Really make sure that Unjust stays awake.
Oh, that's right. Do they have the cojones, though, Kevin? Do they?
I mean, listen, I understand why we don't want to risk it for the biscuit here.
I want to see the big risks.
Oh, I didn't even know that that ticks.
That's disgusting. That's broken. Regular throw? Not going to be enough for the kill, though.
Ooh! Oh.
That was a bold challenge of a down 1.
That looked like the Matrix there with that teleport cancel. Really risky putting himself in the corner too. If that didn't work out in his favor, he would have been in a very bad position. Of course, it's easier for him to get out, but he still needs to find the timing as he gets crushed and blow for his life.
Like you talked about with that jump in, even he didn't know it was going to hit from that distance, and he got burned for it.
Yeah, you got to be very, very cautious with your hit confirms. It's one of the most important fundamental skills to have in any NRS fighter is really to identify that something hit. Here he goes, landing it. Yep, knew the breakaway was coming. Oh, and is able to convert off of that 2-1 anti-air.
Drops Xander, though, trying to really cash out with that. I mean, he really is playing some MKX Scorpion. He's got the NJP. He's anti-airing with his kicks. I like what I'm seeing out of Xander. This is my first time seeing him at a competitive level, and he's taking it toward the best. Oh, I don't know. On Earth right now? That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, no, I have him in my top 5 Scorpions, easy. I think, and the more I see him play, the more I get convinced of that. He just needs to put himself out there a little more. He's done it today, and look at how far he's gone. Unfortunately, this game not going in his favor, and I'm just going to go up on the board 2-1.
And I'm loving that we're seeing even more Scorpion. It's also giving Viz more ammo out there to upplay the character.
Yeah, I mean,
love to see that too.
When it gets to Viz and Scorpion, that's a whole... We would spend the length of the rest of the Kolosseum discussing how he feels about that.
Oh no. Well, Unjust has had to work for this one, even up to this point. Afraid to anti-air, because Scorpion changes the game. If you're really good at anti-airing, that jump and teleport will get you. And so even to the best of the best that have those reactions, they know not to test it. Or contest it.
That is a problem for a lot of players. That, well, the second that you can have characters in the game that make you second guess about something as simple as anti-airing, it really puts you on your heels for the rest of the match. And then you end up hesitating, which opens you up to more of their offense. I mean, look again at how Tweety was able to use that earlier today with Garrus' splash. It's one of the toughest moves to anti-air, and it gave him an empty jump 1-1.
Woo! Reversal sweep.
I mean, listen, I'd be down for it.
Ooh, he has Mighty Unjust in a lot of respect after that 4-3, though. I don't think I've seen him contest it once.
I mean, again, when it comes down to the risk, taking the throw is always going to be one of the easier options to go for defensively. You don't get hit by anything else. You know, we have the gift in Mortal Kombat games of having a block button, so the only thing that's really threatening is the throw. If you're willing to take a couple of those, you can end up in big opportunities to return the favor.
Now he's got him where he wants him. No defensive bar means that Mighty Unjust is perfectly fine with pressuring in the corner if you don't have to worry about the cancel of the teleport. And that's gonna be some big old guaranteed damage. No amplification though. Just gonna believe in the chip again. How quickly he's able to recognize the meter in the bottom right, see the position, and note to right there. I noticed that he didn't amplify and just kind of knew that he was going to chip out regardless with the 1-2, being able to meet it with the active frames. And that's just some smart stuff from Mighty Unjust to put himself on this match point, and he's getting to work. Damn, meaty kicks, he's got them all.
All right, let's see. Xander's going to need a big comeback here. He's already at a half life bar deficit, and he needs a win here to stay alive. Mighty Unjust is sitting on match point. Xander trying to contest, trying to be as unpredictable as he can, but he cannot risk getting clipped, and he has gotten clipped plenty of times playing neutral like this.
Ooh. Unjust finally stops. Teleports in. Can he get a turn? Bold throw by Xander. Knockdowns have been money for him, though. And he's starting to let those 3-4s rip consistently. Reading that Mighty Unjust is going to be trying to challenge and end this now. Hit him with punish, and all he's going to take is a couple straight hits, and he's going to need a lot more than that. And the reversal was so fast for Mighty Unjust. Free chip now.
Block there.
This is going to be a tough spot.
Yep, has to be careful. He's not going to have defensive bar for the rest of his life to keep making calls like that. He keeps connecting that forward 3 and just not believing. Just needs one. Just needs one. And so does Unjust.
He had the button ready the moment he was in down 4 range. He said, try to stop me from pressing this button. But
yep,
GG's.
Those mid pokes were so sporadic throughout the set. Usually in a matchup like this, you would see them a lot more often, but these two were just at the level where they were just checking in situations where they needed to check, and that last one for Unjust just got the job done right when he needed it to.
Solid stuff. Xander, though, early on, had moments where this could have been 2-0. He was really playing his heart out. Love what we saw. Hopefully see him in future weeks as well, Xander. Keep competing. That was some good shit today, man.
Yeah, he is a competitor that you're going to want to watch out for. Now everybody knows if you see that name in bracket, get ready.
Now this next one, I hope that y'all have some popcorn up in the cupboard or something. Get some snacks. Get ready. Get your cameras ready, because you're about to see something wild. Something truly special. This is Full Auto versus Turkey. 2 of the most brain-dead characters in Mortal Kombat 11, and 2 of the most brain-dead players gonna be pressing some big ol' mids against each other. It's gonna be what we call a slobber knocker.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be one of those important ones for us to, I'm going to have to state before the matchup starts how big of a fan, I think I can say for both of us, we are of Full Auto, and how much respect we have for him, because there is a chance that the commentary is going to make it seem like it is the polar opposite. You know, you have Aquaman, who is the biggest Kotal fanboy you have in the scene, and then myself, where Turkey is on my team. And so this would be a big win for me today if he got a big win today. But I respect OD Full Auto, and I'm sure hair flips are really hard to do. I'm sure that it's
I'm sure that input.
Yeah, it's
oh no.
It's like landing a perfect electric when God fixes in Tekken. It's a whole Jackie B&B built into one special move, and nobody ever has the skills to do it, and it never hits anybody when it shouldn't hit ever. It's a really hard move to make use of, and Full Auto is the only Sindel that I've ever played that can land it.
You know, I don't think that Full Auto gets enough respect either on the defensive side of things as well, because most people know that it's like, okay, he just screams and hair flips and does all these other things. But every time I watch him grind through these top 8s against the best players, what impresses me is his ability to take his gas off, his foot off of the gas pedal, and block some really insane situations, and you never know when he's going to solid up. And that aspect to his gameplay is what mesmerizes me about it. And that's why I know the comments on YouTube. I know them. I read them all, unfortunately. But guys, I love watching Full Auto because
no, he's so good.
Because who here is going to stop this man from doing what he wants? No one. And that's the shit I respect right there. That's the shit I respect.
Yeah, it's the gameplay that a lot of us, I think you and I both take advantage of. It's just, we are going to do the thing that we are going to do. And to your point, you'll notice when it gets to the higher competitive level, the difference between very, very solid and consistent placing Sindels and everybody else that you run into on Combat League or just your standard Sindel. And the difference is their ability to deal with the matchup when it is not their turn. A lot of Sindels can crumble under that pressure. OD Full Auto is always ready to just lame it out when he has to play it a little slower, to identify the situation that he's in and operate accordingly. And one of the other things that I'm a big fan of any player who can do this, one of the best at taking advantage of interactables. He's always aware of where he is on the screen. I mean, the amount of times that he's managed to jump out of the corner and then could get confirms off of it from unsuspecting opponents is ridiculous. There's just no other Sindel like him. Even though it feels like there's other Sindels like him, there really isn't.
Yeah. Once you see like Pete Galaxy Brain jump in hair flip, and then he does another jump in hair flip, and then he wins.
It's who else would come up with that, you know? Like it's
And what's crazy is all of the conditioning that he puts you through to make you want to press right there, a down one, and then you die.
Yeah, and he's also really good because a lot of us have come up with the same strategy for Sindel because of the threat of that scream. I'm just going to try to take it early. Very similar to the Scorpion strategy you had before. I'll just take it early so the threat's not there. He has some innate ability to really make sure that it doesn't get spent until endgame scenarios when he needs it.
And this is huge in this matchup. Sun makes Sindel come to you. Yeah, you can eat one scream, but then you just go right back into it. Really smart to play the health lead as Kotal Khan in some of these matchups. And he even has the cat loaded, and what a read. This is going to be a scary spot. And now anything on block is guaranteed death into the God Ray, unless we see a flawless block, because I've seen some shit recently. 4 seconds remain. Turkey, oh no!
Ooh, why did he take the risk?
God.
Why, oh why did he take the risk? He could have just held block. Nothing could have been done to him. Now we've got to see.
But he's still gonna win because of 1050 HP. The Sun has been praised. He's like a sponge to damage, man.
You know, this, maybe his brain was so big that I couldn't even see the play because now there's no threat of fatal blow.
Son of a bitch. I actually feel bad for Full Out on this one. And huge note here, Kev. This was grand finals of season 3.
So we already know the level of competition we should be expecting to see here. And how is OD Full Auto doing in the rankings so far? Do we know if he got a lot of points last week or if he even played?
Okay, hold on. That was the one spreadsheet I didn't have open. But if
I'm so sorry.
If you give me a second, I got it. We also got a screen for it, guys. We'll go over the standings here.
Oh, beautiful block on the hair flip there. There's the crushing blow confirmed. And OD Full Auto, of course, good time that breakaway for his best opportunity to get this punish in response. Turkey still with the lead, and now without any ability to answer back. This is going to be game, set, match. Turkey taking game 1.
Starting off strong. I mean, after what we saw in round number 1, then having the audacity to teabag after putting up a God Ray to start round number 2. I don't think that I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, I mean, we all know how Turkey is. I can hear him giggling behind his mic right now, just in my ear. I already know, I spent one offline with him, and that giggle has been embedded into my subconscious ever since.
That was my first time meeting and hanging out with Turkey too as a combo breaker, and shouts to Turkey.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. You can't even, there's not even much to say except he's the GOAT.
Exactly. Really cool kid. And this man praises the Sun like no other. Imagine a Kotal with actual execution. That's Turkey.
Yeah, you know what? Fair point. I don't even want to continue that statement. I don't want to get rude.
Kotals that know a flawless block can conquer the world. Like, that's all I'm saying.
And I mean, now that it's become more of a thing since Combo Breaker, that down 1 command grab OS for those players with Kotal that are able to execute that consistently, that's really scary.
Yeah, that changes the game. But also, fuck the micro duck OS.
Yeah, true.
That's my response to that.
Oh, perfectly ready. That's the thing. Yeah, Turkey is just so tuned in defensively. I mean, that's, again, credit we could give to both of them. Guys who play brain-dead characters with execution that's ideally very easy, where their skills come out defensively. And Full Auto with a very big need. And then we talked about that interactable usage before.
Perfect response, no defensive bar, which means that Turkey is going to get some offense going here. Doesn't have to worry about a back roll. It was the forward roll that came and doesn't get the punish. Forward 4. Das Boots are not getting another forward 4. Now this is a tough spot to be for Turkey, and the cat not going to go through that. One of the weaknesses of cat is that if it hasn't activated and it's not going through projectile, you'll see that almost anything will hit him out of it. And you saw Sindel's 1-1 just smack that cat out of the air and say, get that shit out of here in that first game.
Yeah, I mean, how common of a strategy is it for a Cetrion players to wait out that cat and then just down for it?
Put the sun away. Put the sun away, big guy. The sun's getting real low. The sun's getting real low.
Ooh, and then the beautiful read and response. And of course, OD full auto with no defensive meter. He has to hold this. And don't forget, if Kodo lands a command grab, he does get a damage buff. So this is a problem.
Yo, nerf Kodo. That down one hit so high, and full auto is going to believe in the round. I like this boldness.
Yeah, it's putting Turkey in a tough situation here, but Turkey technically almost kind of has an advantage as he's the only one with access to Fatal Blow right now.
We call this forward 2 and a dream.
Let's see. Oh, manages to clip him, and he doesn't even need to spend it.
Nope. No defensive bar for Otto, and a miracle jump is going to get Tweety an opportunity to go up 2-0 here. Every single set tonight has gone to 3. Did I say Tweety? Turkey? Oh, man, guys, I'm so sorry. He's grab immune? Potentially right there?
And if Turkey could just get a little bit of momentum here, he'll have a big chance of being able to build up this, reduce the life lead that Full Auto has been able to build so far. Full Auto has no access to Scream KB and no access to Fatal Blow, 2 of her biggest threats. Turkey just needs to get out of this corner and get something going. One command grab could get the job done here.
Ooh, and threatened it there, but lovely use of Cat to take away the gap. And beautiful praising of the sun there. He's going to help, and look at Sindel. She's going to burn a little bit. Or a lot of it.
Listen, I don't think she's going to mind the tan.
Oh no, Turkey's health is getting. He praises the sun once more. He's performing photosynthesis!
He's trying to land the parries here to get any damage buff that he can. Nice block on his way in.
Tries to shimmy right there with the walk back. Full auto, not afraid to wait it out. The interactable has saved. There's so many touches. That 3 hits from so far away. What's happening right now?
I'm actually upset for Full Auto that the hair flip didn't confirm. He made the read.
Is that gonna pick up? Yeah, that's gonna be the fatal blow. But one of the things about this fatal is that it side switches, and you don't get great Oki off it. So Full Auto can try to wake up buttons here or roll back, and it's gonna be hard for Kodo to chase down unless he wave dashes forward too. And it was patience from both. Oh, that was fear. And now it's gonna work with multiple singles. It's gonna be enough on the throat. Biden Turkey's gonna take it. Wow.
That was one of the most miraculous comebacks I've seen Turkey make, and I've watched a lot of Turkey gameplay. That was just a sequence of believing. I mean, that landing that fatal blow was so integral to even having an opportunity to make that comeback. And you mentioned just a couple of seconds ago the way that it gives up his kind of like superior positioning. It's not going to put him exactly where he wants to be. So he had to be very, very confident in whatever his play was going to be after that. And you notice how he still tested the waters a bit, even after that. Just a little bit of poking to try to see what Full Auto's plan was, whether he was going to try to, you know, make the read on the throw or just take the hit and take the chance. And it definitely benefited him to walk in a little cautiously.
And you see that Kotal Khan in those moments is so scary because he doesn't need combos to kill. His specials do so much damage. The cat raw, if he doesn't have con cut, the sword raw does about 200. And so where you think that you're going to be reading throws, just like he did there, the cat can also kill. So I mean, in that situation, really Kotal Khan when you're at 200 health, you got to be really worried. And I want to make a quick note too that it was off of something that Turkey dropped in the corner prior. If you remember, Full Auto tried to interactable out of the corner earlier. He down one it and it hit, but he didn't believe and he didn't convert. Second time, the same exact down one anti-airs, and he was ready. He said, I'm taking in what happened earlier, and let's go.
Yeah, you see the little bit of teabagging in the sun again. OD Full Auto gonna make him pay for that. Oh, and there we go. It's the randomness of the hair flip, and of course, it's always frustrating to get hit with one of those. But Full Auto been a lot more reserved in his hair flip usage here. I think he knows that Turkey's the kind of competitor that will react to them in a lot of those situations. It's a couple of times that Full Auto has tried it. He's gotten punished for it. Oh, and I love the interactable mix.
are some guaranteed stuff and super smart usage. He's been all over the interactables, and this is gonna be some big damage. This is close to
he
death.
spends it.
This is gonna be 480-ish, I think.
This is big boy damage, but I didn't think he was going to have the audacity to spend it. And in that same situation, again, takes him out of the corner.
That was close. Woo, he's gonna catch him with it.
No.
Patience. Turkey didn't finish his flute. Oh, no. But Otto's gonna give him a gift of Merry Christmas. He just dropped off a whole box of presents at Turkey's house. Wow.
Yeah. Because Turkey really just seconds away from giving up that round, not getting that confirmed.
And not a great start. He's damage boosted up. That did 330. If you get grabbed there.
Yeah, this is going to be a problem now as he continues to build up. See, this is the problem with Kodo. You cannot just decide that you'll take the throw. It'll become more and more threatening every single time you take it.
That was a punish. Even he didn't believe. Otto has his comebacks though.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
There's one.
And that was 100% just on reaction too. We just knew there was a chance that he'd be able to clip him.
Hey, I'm not one to downplay, but that is incredibly negative. Ooh, tries to stand two right there, and now Otto's just single button mixing this man.
Oh my.
Sweeps, stand forth. He really is getting mixed, throwing the down.
Oh, and he knew?
He's gonna die for that. I think he was playing with his food right there.
Yeah, he might have been. I mean, there is something about getting disrespectful with your opponent that can really open them up to offense they wouldn't normally get hit with because they don't like the feeling of it. They want to get out. Ooh. And of course, that stand forward button is mixing itself.
Oh no. Pick up. Not there. He's ready for the stand forwards though, and Poke Cat has a 100% hit rate for Turkey. Yep. Takes away another gap. He has not been overcommitted on his pressure whatsoever, and he hasn't risked any tick throws either. It's either been raw.
Oh, was still able to defend himself and get the punish. Yep, knew the breakaway was coming. There's the down one mix between Cat and command grab, working out for him. And of course, every time he goes for Cat, he protects himself a lot better than he does going for command grab.
Yes, Stendhal doesn't have a 6-framer, so it's going to be safe on block. As long as he's got an offensive bar to amplify that Cat. Watches his dome, and he almost had to punish two, and there's finally going to be the tick throw. I think he's been conditioning him for 2.5 games straight, all for that moment.
Well, I mean, they've both been reserved and usually their go-to disrespectful special move. I didn't even realize Turkey was running down 4-2. That might have been one of the first times I've seen it in the past, like, 4 minutes.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot of raw hits. It was all stray hits and command grab.
And I mean, keep in mind, too, there was a lot of situations where he hit forward 1-2 that could have been confirmed into launchers, and maybe there was something about going for down 4-2 that just wasn't coming out for him, but worked out in his favor regardless. It is very rare to see full auto in a situation where he gets fully swept by his opponent. Turkey able to bring that to us tonight.
Round of applause, guys. That was a rematch of grand finals of season 3. This is first and second place. And Turkey, who did win season 3, he's the defending champion of the Kolosseum. Looking mighty scary to start us off. And he's going to be making semifinals here in week number 2.
Yeah, but just know wholeheartedly that he is 100% aiming to become champion again. But he's going to have a tough run in front of him. His next match is going to be mighty Unjust as we move forward, looking into what should be... Let me make sure I read this correctly because I do mix this stuff up. Tweety taking on Biohazard.
Yes, that's going to be our next match here on stream, guys. We are going to run semifinals, and then we'll have a quick 5-minute break, and then grand finals. And this tournament will be over for the evening. We like it short, simple, sweet, but competitive and sweaty. It's single elim.
And don't forget during that break, that's going to be prime time to start putting in those matcherinos if you haven't already. Just exclamation point, matcherino at the chat. We've already got the prize pool up to $277. A big thanks to every single one of you for contributing, whether you've claimed a coupon code, you've donated money, or you've just given us your time. We appreciate having you here, and we hope you're enjoying the Kolosseum.
$20 from Sloppy Risk. Probably a pun on Sloppy Disc. I like it. Thank you so much for the $20 contribution to the prize pool, putting us at $277 on the season. As a reminder, top 16 in points at the end of the season will be in the finale. And talked about the standings. Let's take a look at them, guys. This is after week number 1. This is only the week 1 points. This will be updated in the middle of the week, but let's just look at MK11 right now. You asked how Full Auto did last week. He got second. So he's going to be consistent in points. He's going to be getting 75 points for his effort tonight. He'll have 200. Full Auto is definitely going to be, sitting up there, maybe second place still going into week number 3. Biohazard getting 50 points last week. Semifinals already. That's guaranteed 100. He's going to be sitting pretty, and so is Tweety. Everyone here getting really consistent. Gunter the Legend getting 9th this week. Boom, that's another 50 points right there. Consistent.
Another one of my boys.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that Mr. Aquaman on the MKX side, it sticks out a little bit.
Hey, we gotta.
Yeah, let them know it's still there. We still got it.
We gotta ruin someone's day.
Yeah, people like to sleep on us commentators. If we feel like playing.
I do enter MK11 and I do try to ruin a couple people's days, and I almost completely ruined Joystick's run today. I will say that out loud. But I feel like a couple others too, where that win could have maybe put him in a much better position. So I like to get in there and show what it's about. It's all about competing here. I love it. It's why I do the Kolosseum, because I fucking love this community and competition, baby. And I'm glad you all do too. Otherwise, we would just be a couple of dudes doing this by ourselves, and that doesn't sound weird.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I was trying to just let that one slide under, But now that I know we're making jokes like that, get ready. The rest of the show is gonna get pretty wild. But here we see here now. If there was ever a time, ladies and gentlemen, to give your spirit energy to Tweety, it's right now. Okay, he has got to fight the hardest special move in the game in Relic lore. And right now, he is just throwing Biohazard like he is his stepfather. There's just no respect here.
He actually fell through that. I wonder why the Lord didn't break the armor there.
It is, that's how the move should work, I feel like. You
feel like the move should work in that it shouldn't work.
Yeah, I think if...
Oh, that's not Relic lore?
If you don't get Relic lore out frame 1, if you don't you don't get to buffer it. If you don't actually get it out frame 1, it shouldn't connect. It should be harder.
Slick, was that the
It should also be a pretzel input.
Was that the reflect? I think he accidentally did the projectile reflect instead of the Relic lore.
Oh, is that what
the same animation? Yeah, where he just holds out the lantern and he's like, "Do something."
All right, let's see.
It's gonna be useless.
My eyes were just so full of hatred. I wasn't paying attention. I would want to assume it's Relic lore because, like you said, what would be the point in the other one?
Stop it. These are two of the best flawless blockers in the community, too, guys.
I see that wasn't bio retired in the chat, Dexterity. And to your point, right? But
ooh. Okay.
Listen, just because people retire doesn't mean that they stop liking money.
That's right. All it does is give you an extra OS.
Yeah, you just, hey, listen, you lost to a retired FGC. Soul Warrior says that all the time. That's like his favorite line. Yeah.
Yet he plays more than any of us. It's insane.
You know what I'm saying? Like that man is 95% on Kombat League.
Every day, and then he shows up like, man, I don't play this game anymore.
Yeah, he's retired, and then I go to MKNJ. I was ready for my top 3 medal. You know who stopped me from getting it? Soul Warrior. So, maybe next time stay home if you're really retired. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Nice, need a challenge. No defensive bar means this is guaranteed damage for Tweety. He's going to build back 1 bar of offensive and defensive in this situation. So any touch will kill here. I mean, that unbreakable damage from Garrus will be a big problem anyway. But the brutality just to secure the first win against Biohazard as he tries to move on to grand finals.
Surviving too. I think we're going to see a switch from Biohazard. He brought an even more eclectic version of Collector. He had the oh my goodness, what were the variations called? I forgot the one, but he had the vial, which was pretty interesting for this matchup. Maybe trying to just get some good trades full screen if he just launches it. But it's not going to matter really against Sandtrap here. So he had the anti-projectile, the other one. and none of that is anti-Geras to me.
Yeah, and he could like try, I guess, if he
shit.
felt like going for the.
Ooh.
Oh, he's gonna go for the. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it's worth going for the Kano, literally just because Geras, for some ungodly reason, is able to duck spit, and it takes away so much of the threat of Kano in that matchup when you're facing a character who can do that.
There's a reason he decided to go for the bald look. Okay. It's,
Yeah, it is.
It's for that exact situation. He wants to be nice and slick right there. Let
Just
that
bounces right off his forehead.
Yeah. See, everyone else, the spit gets caught up in the hair. It just boop, right over.
You know what? I like that. It might be the velocity of the spit that really makes it hit. And yeah, Geras is big brain.
Hey man, you know he's oiled up like a luchador, you know?
Listen, you can see it when he's fighting.
I would hope so anyway.
Listen, he glistens like the midnight moon. He's got one built into his back.
Like the midnight moon.
Yeah, it's just right over the ocean. You know, he's wearing the blue outfit and everything. Just Vaseline's up like it's a UFC fight.
Shouts to Rip in the chat.
Oh, big boy Rip. See, Rip knows the tech too. Rip has never been spit on in his life.
That's
at least to his knowledge.
Rip's Arena in chat, everyone. King of the balds.
I don't know, he might have some competition with Herbs. Herbs has got a pretty shiny dome.
Oh no, that came late. And Biohazard.
Straight into Fatal, we doing it? Yep.
1050. Will it save Kotal Khan again?
Let's see here. I mean, we know Geras has one of the worst scaling Fatal blows. Like you really cannot combo into that at all, or it does 4%. What? I like that so much.
I mean, put the pad down. Put the pad down.
It's those plays that have made me like fighting games, when it's just so obvious. And that's the thing with a lot of like really strong competitors too, that I always enjoy watching when you get to this level of competition, is how much they've simplified situations that feel so complex to you. And then you watch somebody like Tweety play, and he's like, why wouldn't you just do back forward one? Why would you stand there?
Mm-hmm. And he had the knowledge, like I said earlier, it takes knowledge to be able to stop that, because everyone is like, oh, I just got to block this cat and he's going to be safe. If you don't do a projectile, you can just whack him out of it.
Yeah. And here we go. Tweety trying to make up a big life deficit here. Going to give him a little bit of chiropractic here. If that's even the word. I don't know.
Might be.
I tried it.
We like to make up words here.
Little chiropractic care. Just giving him a quick little adjustment. Oh, and the micro duck challenge with the stand too. And notice how he pauses too. I think that's him collecting information later, making sure that would even work in the first place before he fully commits.
A lot of damage, 346. Bio does have a cat in the miracle jump one. Tweety just a little too, early on those sand traps. Letting Biohazard operate the minefield and the perfect OS there.
Yeah, for some reason he keeps missing those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he hasn't got a single armor break with that sand trap yet, but he's gone for quite a few. OS too far away, and the grab is far away as well.
You know, Tweety, that grab is when it all gets started. Look at that challenge straight into sand trap. Yep, and there's the final adjustment.
Totems up. Oh, he's putting on the damage. If he gets 3 totems up, I argue that Kotal Khan goes up.
Oh, he becomes the best character in the game.
Yeah, he actually might be number 1.
That didn't get flawless blocked as
He has the cat. And the cat would have killed with two totems up.
You know what it is? It's not only the fact that didn't get flawless blocked. It's the fact that this is Tweety versus Biohazard, and that didn't get flawless blocked. What a read.
Oh my goodness. But also in this matchup, the cat's not safe on block. Geras has a 6-frame down 1. He can force a strike throw, guaranteed every single time in the hit advantage of down 1.
I mean, it does have the benefit of being able to get over sand traps, and Geras players do get annoyed with characters that are agile enough to take away sand trap as a consistent tool for him. Katana, Jackie, Cabal are all annoying matchups because they can't reliantly bully more grounded opponents with the same tool. But so far, it hasn't proved to be too much of a problem. I mean, look at Tweety still using it on that roll. It doesn't mean you've taken away its utility in its entirety. And now Biohazard is going to have to be very confident in his next pick, and he sticks it out with the Kotal.
Same one too. Cat disc. I think it's cat disc command grab.
I mean, we'll get the confirmation
cat,
shortly.
Cat totem command grab.
Let's see. I'm curious if he would have dared to switch off of it.
It is.
No, he's staking it out. He knows something about that cat that we don't know.
Well, right there at the end, when he did that back 2-2-3, if he tried to flawless block, he actually could have died because cat with 2 totems out is about 300 damage.
That is actually ridiculous, but it's.
What did we say when he's got the totems? Oh my God! Speaking of broken, no.
That's 500 damage to start the match. I mean, if he cannot secure this round, then you at that point just got to put the controller down and tell Tweety that you've had a fun time playing.
Ooh,
oh, what a whiff! Then I definitely feel like there was a dash input before that just didn't come out for him.
Yeah, if you ever see Kodal whiff that from that far away, it's usually because they missed a wave dash. And Biohazard is one of the only stick players in the Mortal Kombat 11 community.
Yeah, and that's, even with all of these new hitbox players now that have been sprouting up all over the scene, if Tweety brings this back, I swear. Yeah, still committed to the sticks. You got to give him credit for just, sticking with what works for him.
And Kodal is going to live again. Can this character die tonight?
There is no part of me that, I'm so surprised he went for the cat knowing that punish was there. I can't believe that was the first 15 seconds of the match, and this is the result that we came out to.
Mm-hmm. With how close the matches have been, we're starting to get some 3-0s now, and I do not like it.
All right, let's see if Tweety can secure this, then he's locked in for grand finals. Oh, big boy read there. Might have been trying to stop the cat again. Here's the totem setup.
Oh no, then he's gonna Thanos snap him. Jeez.
Oh, he manages to clip, but
look at this. That was half of the damage with 1 totem, and it's still a quarter of your life.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Biohazard has a chance here. Yeah, I wouldn't risk the amplify either. He needs this positioning.
Ooh. That might be GG's.
I'm thinking so. He has the bar.
That will be all she wrote, Sandtrap KB. And now he's going to commit a murder. Put Kodal Khan to sleep like everyone before him in story mode. You son of a bitch. 3-0, Tweety playing like a champion. And are we on a collision course to see back-to-back season champions going at it tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they've proven their skill level in the past, and now they're going to have a chance again to re-solidify themselves as the force to be reckoned with as we move on into what will be the last match of the evening after this, Tweety taking on Turkey. But let's take a quick moment again to look at this confirm. Of course, again, Biohazard did not have the defensive bar to stop any of this from happening. And I've been having this problem since the game has come out. I don't know what it is with MK11 and eyeballs when it came into all the fatalities, all the brutalities where everybody's eyes needs to pop out in every single one. But Tweety, again, sticking to traditions.
Why do you guys have to show the testicles? I'm going to say it for all of us. I'm going to say it for all of us.
Yeah, they're not. Let's just say that if you're a female player, fatalities are a lot easier to watch in this game for you than they are for us. Okay? Don't say they didn't do anything for you. It gets rough.
You feel vicarious pain like through the monitor.
Oh no, I spoke ahead of myself. It's Unjust versus Turkey.
Yes.
I just believed in Turkey so bad. Okay, well, Unjust, yeah, that's not going to be the easiest one for him to get through.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one here. And guys, I do real quick want to go over some of the other events that are going on in the community while we get Mighty Unjust and Turkey in here. Huge one. Kevin, your name is on the flyer. I'm going to let you take it away.
Oh, yeah, well, listen, if you guys are a fan of offline competitive Mortal Kombat 11 competition, and we'll throw in there just for spice, King of Fighters 15 and Injustice 2, this Saturday, the 18th, we will be holding Mortal Kombat New Jersey at Helix Esports over in North Bergen, New Jersey. I will be streaming it from my Twitch channel. We've got a lot of strong competitors coming through, some that have registered already, some that are confirmed to make it. Doom will be there. Sunio, King Gambler has signed up. It's going to be a grand time. I can't wait to host it for all of you. If you would like, you could come the day of if you're in the tri-state area and you think you can make it. We are taking registrations day of. So if you have the money and you want to come on down, please feel free to register. reach out to either me or Armor if you're having issues, and we'll get it taken care of for you. It's going to be a grand old time. The event will be starting around 11. The tournament should start around 3 p.m. Well, my stream will start at 11. Casuals will start at 12. Tournaments will start at 3. And we hope you guys enjoy the show. Yes, and that is all Eastern Standard Time. Thank you.
Well, and thank you, man. I cannot wait. I mean, the fact that y'all have drinks sold at the venue, outside food welcome, MVP stuff right there, and the Brazilian bomber presenting Rashado. I hope I'm saying that right, guys. Some Latin American action going down. If you guys want more information about this, reach out to me. If you're in the Latin American community, bomber, great Brazilian player, and this poster is this flyer is out of this world. Disgusting looking. Let's look at the next one. And the players are in, so this is probably the last one we get to go over before going in. And that is Shirai Ryu TV Exhibitions. There's 2 events that he's got going on. I only grabbed this flyer for now. I will grab the next one next week. But this is for his exhibitions going down, hosted by Not Skash and Poseidon. Shouts to Poseidon. Us water boys got to stick together. Sponsored by S-Tier Gaming. Exhibitions going down every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's MK11. And get that Wi-Fi the fuck out of here, just like here at the Kolosseum. Let's get into the semifinal, Kevin.
All right, and Turkey versus Unjust, and you've got to know that these are both competitors that are familiar with each other. They fought before, so their habits would be a little ingrained into each other's brain set. And Unjust now bringing the fisticuffs back out. Let's see if they can do more for him here. He'll have an easier time bullying a Kodo player in the corner than he will a Scorpion, who will have a get out of jail free card. Kodo not going to have the same advantage. It's going to be more of an issue of trying to chip him out before he damages you.
100%. The only time I have ever felt uncomfortable against Johnny as Cole is with my back is to the corner. Other than that, it's MK11 time. And I love that he's so different with the micro attack. And if he would have gone for the fatal blow, that would have done so much damage. Yeah, he had totems up. It would have increased the damage on the very first hit only. Would not have killed. So he's playing a little more conservative. He's betting on the comeback. Everything hitting. Oh, the ups from Mighty Unjust. Not going to skip too long. I'm going to challenge it. That is going to be it. And then get your ass back to this corner.
And again, just the courage to challenge in that situation. He could have got supremely clipped for his trouble, but he just believed and went straight into the command grab. Again, in the inclusion of totems, which he wasn't using in his last set, is going to be a big difference here, because Unjust is going to have to consider the risk reward every single time Turkey manages to get those out. And he is very quick at putting those out. He also will now have the ability, when he makes breakaway reads, to drop a totem instead of just going for the parry like normal competitors do, which means he'll be able to increase that threat. You spend defensive meter and wake up, and now Kodo is buffed.
And now he's super mega ultra buffed. Try to get 2 up, but a really good aggression by Unjust. If you know you're fighting against Kodo Khans that use totems, never let them breathe. That is the #1 goal, is that you should never let Kodo Khan get the ability to get those totems out, because if you do, what are we talking about? Right now, Mighty Unjust is dead.
That's
Guaranteed.
it. Yeah, it's... And again, it's the speed at which Turkey is able to just let those rip. Just 1, 2, I just need 1 opening now. Didn't even bother going for the third, knew he didn't need it. That is 540 damage that he got for that exchange.
You let Papa Khan get some totems up.
Oh, it becomes game, set, match. And again, in similar fashion, we were mentioning how if Turkey makes a breakaway read, he can go for the totem cancel and make himself more threatening. You see Unjust taking advantage of a similar strategy with the fisticuffs to also wake Turkey up and now make his chip way more intimidating. But he has to try to get Turkey into the corner. And Kodo, again, not an easy character to lock down like that, especially given the range of so many of his normals. You cannot just stay in his face and bully him, because once Kodo creates distance, if you overextend with anything, doubly so if totems are up, you're just asking to get clipped for half of your health bar.
At a minimum, sometimes. I guess.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
And we haven't seen the triple stack either yet, Kev.
No, and that's the thing too. It's triple stack, parry, and command grab in itself. Like if he, any combination of those, you don't necessarily need all 3 totems, because you can buff yourself with other tools.
Kevin, think about it like a Wendy's. You know, do you want a burger that's got 1 patty, or do you want the triple stack?
I don't know. I like my burgers a little thick, and I think Turkey might too now. Let's see how much this is.
That's a 250 before you can even do something about it. And oh no,
Yeah, and they
He's
should still
dead.
be up to an extent. This is, I mean, look at this. He got hit with a B&B.
And he's
got hit with a
three-quarter of the
B&B.
way dead.
And again, now he's in the corner too, which is going to be just as threatening. You know, we were talking about how intimidating Johnny is if he gets your back to the wall. I mean, Kodal is just as big of a threat. You are getting mixed for your life.
Oh, GG's. Praise
Yeah.
the sun. Turkey is so smart in being optimal in all those situations. You know, the only way to stop that is to come off resources, and with that much health, there's simply no point.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, like we said before, it's these players' ability to take very simple situations, very complex situations, and make them so simple. Why would I try harder than just taking my win condition?
And what sucks about this matchup for Johnny is that 1-2-2 that Turkey just did, if Mighty Unjust flawless blocks it, both of his flawless block attacks can't punish it.
That I actually didn't even know that. Yeah, I might have to learn Kodal now for this Johnny matchup. I don't want to try harder than I have to.
Oh yeah, all you do is play footsies, you'll be alright. Don't get cornered.
All right, let's see. Hold on. Beautiful anti-air. Takes the totem setup. Could have gone for the guaranteed command grab, but wants the damage buff, wants the threat.
Mighty Unjust can now die if he gets touched.
Let's see. Do raw command grab in response. Oh, I can't believe he actually got clipped.
Oh, he had him in such fear though. And
Here's
nice.
the throw. Yep.
It's gonna take some kind of boldness like that by Unjust. Turkey was looking really comfortable in the matchup so far.
All right, let's see what the answer is here. Oh, he was a second away from getting cleared out by that discus. That is a pizza delivered in 30 minutes or less.
Man, that's a pizza sometimes delivered in 300 damage or less.
Yeah, it's.
Oh!
Here's
You
the
know-
carry to the corner. Johnny Cage, one of the best at getting corner carry off his anti-airs.
That was some madness there in the corner. Don't get
Here's
touched.
the launcher here. Unjust just got his defensive bar back. Turkey not going to go for the what should have been guaranteed command grab.
Yeah, or the guaranteed quarter circle forward 2, which I think is why he didn't break away, knowing that he just got the armor back and he could have gotten armor broken for the victory. Because that thing will do 450 with some totems out.
One touch for Turkey here, and this is going to be big problems. One touch for Mighty Unjust as well. Is anybody's game. This is all a matter of footsies.
Oh, this is what it came down to. We just saw one of those godlike whiff punishes of a down 3, ladies and gentlemen. That is some optimal footsies. Because,
And Unjust keeping himself alive. We were just talking about how difficult of a matchup this can be for Johnny, but how difficult of an opponent can Unjust be for Turkey as he evens up the scoreboard between the two of them.
let's see this replay back. Watch him slide in on this down 3 whiff of Turkey. Caught this man swinging at air at the end, and that's just solid stuff by Unjust, who was a touch here from death. So solid defense. He is weathering some storms while those totems are active.
Yeah, listen,
it's sensational.
It all came down to footsies, and Unjust had the bigger fetish. He just saw the foot out and was like, yeah, I want to touch it.
Oh yeah, give me that foot.
Smells cheesy. I mean, you can't be running around sweating like Kodal in those sandals all day, you know, and then tell me you have clean toes.
Let us find out that Unjust is a foot guy though.
Hey, listen, I think half of the grime Kodal has on those feet is the reason he could stick his toes in the sand so hard to get that damage on that command grab.
Hey,
It's,
you know
it's that increased gravity.
You gotta form those calluses and toughen it up, you know.
Yeah, it's a
You never know
process.
what's on the ground of Outworld. That shit's rocky.
But here we go, Unjust with a strong start. Turkey trying to start off with that jump 1. Kodal with if you guys aren't aware, his jump 1 is quite arguably one of the best when it comes to just aerial attacks.
Oh yeah.
It is such a force to be reckoned with. I have tried air. I'm a Jackie player. I've tried air to airing that jump 1 throughout the entirety of like my my MK lifespan. I don't think I've ever beaten it once.
No, Kodal reaches truly for the heavens on that one. And always has. Even go back to X, kind of one of the things that's carried over legacy-wise for him. Oh, I love Unjust keeping Turkey on his toes on knockdown. Again, not letting him breathe. With those... The response was a perfectly executed wave dash into command grab from Turkey. And always able to side switch. No! He tried to whiff punish with the slowest normal he possesses right there, Kev. But luckily, he's got one of the best anti-airs. And this is where I upplay Kodal Khan. His stand 1 is top 3 anti-airs in MK11 for me. Might be even higher. His stand 1 is ludicrous.
I mean, even his down one is pretty effective. You know, if you have specific players who don't understand how solid his down one can be, you could get some. Not only is it a really good anti-air in itself, but you can get very solid conversions off of that and his stamina. He's a very grounded character himself, but when it comes to contesting aerial characters, he's got very strong tools for it.
Has a unique down 2 that's super vertical, so you see it against leap characters used, you know, jump characters predominantly. And oh my goodness, he's getting a sequence going here. 349. That's gonna be a totem. Ooh, that'd be another totem. Level 3. Don't get hit. I'm petrified for Mighty Unjust right now. He can die.
Oh, here we go. He's gonna
dead.
choose not to break. He's gonna just. Oh no, he doesn't have the meter. I'm looking at the wrong side of the screen.
Oh my god, 423.
Yeah, he's got to spend the fatal.
And now, I don't know if he can stop the next one.
This is going to be the problem.
He definitely has the life to make it through, but if Turkey does anything on block, it's GG's. Oh, that is GG's.
Oh, he just puts he kills it. Oh my god!
I forgot that was even a thing. No way. Only a real master. That's gonna be it.
I didn't see that.
This is the code of Kotal Khan. This is how we die. This is why we're extinct. This is why we're no longer in story mode. Because we try to praise the sun. We try to see the light, and we get murdered for it, man.
It's the sunglasses. It protected him from the light. I've turned into Kenshi. I do not want to believe that I just saw what I just saw. That was said. There is literally nothing else he could have done in that situation to save himself. Had he used any other move, he was dead.
Uh-oh. He's staring at a Dark Souls boss. That was a bit of a bold challenge again.
I mean, I was giving game 2 all to Turkey in my brain already. I think it was, it was pretty fair that most of us were just assuming this was an easy win for him. Now I'm looking at an even matchup again. It's been a matter of 20 seconds. And sometimes in these games, that's all it takes.
Yeah, neither player has had some momentum. Oof. They're winning, I believe. That was a disgusting pickup, and Mighty Unjust didn't break away, or he would have been close to being dead. No fatal blow he has to worry about for Turkey. He gets another totem up. And now anything grounded can even kill here. Forward 1-2, stand 1-2, anything.
He defends himself in that time. Gets thrown. And that is going to be it. Mighty Unjust up on the board 2-1. I'm still getting over the fact that Turkey, for all intents and purposes, had that match as secured as anybody could ever. And Mighty Unjust was still able to make that solid of a comeback with that specific of an answer in that complicated of a situation.
You can't ask for better Mortal Kombat either.
I mean, you really can't.
When you get down to it.
I don't know how many times Unjust has been in that situation, but I don't think up until the next NRS game I will ever see that again.
I love the Mighty Unjust. That man should have been dead.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, there is nothing else he could have done except for exactly what he did.
But you have to go to the root of the problem, which is Turkey being a Kotal Khan main. I know how that sounds, but hear me out. We will lose that match 10 times out of 10 if it means we can try to kill someone with God Ray. It's in our blood. It's just the most Kotal Khan thing to do. It's
quite arguably one of the best win conditions in the game.
And you cannot fight nature. If there's anything that we've learned.
All right, let's see. Now Turkey hopefully has downloaded a lot of information. If he wants any chance of taking this set, he's going to have to. I still can't believe that Unjust is really using that punch. Like, that is one of the most gimmicky, I think, check into the stunt double. That is one of the most gimmicky moves that Johnny has. But it's just the fear that these competitors can put into each other. The fact that he can actually get that move off.
Ooh, the micro ducks have been crazy. Now Fatal can kill. Ooh, try to counterpoke.
No answer back. Turkey just needs a touch here. He's going to get chipped out if Mighty Unjust gets a turn.
He's dead.
Oh, yeah, that's guaranteed. You got to take it.
Unbelievable.
You have got to take it while you can. And again, with every single one of these competitors we're going to see tonight, and that we have seen tonight, you give them an inch, they will take a mile.
What saved him in so many clutch situations. Burns him there, Turkey, just with a wonderfully executed crouch on the projectile and punish. It's those little things like that. Ah, no OS. He's got a good position here. This is Unjust.
There we see answering back. Turkey a little more hesitant to go for the command grabs, and that's one of the reasons why. If it whips, he's going to pay the price, and he cannot give Unjust those opportunities.
That's okay. That was a really bold one, and that is when praising the sun goes wrong.
It's the consistency that he could recognize those opportunities and still get those punishes.
Did you see that Johnny could shimmy up for like 20 years and then just proceed to take out the jewels of the Aztec?
I would say it's upsetting if that was something I saw from Johnny players more often, but I think any Johnny player who's in the chat now is really going to start trying to identify situations where that punish is guaranteed.
Okay, this went from a great situation to you're about to die. Oh no!
Yep, but remember he can't really afford to take the throw here. It will kill him.
Please hold up! That if Unjust. Oh my goodness! If he did any, Turkey got away with murder.
I mean, let's.
I'm trying to.
If I'm allowed to repeat myself,
to tiptoe around the fact that he just got away with murder.
If I'm allowed to repeat myself, had he done anything else, you know?
Yep.
He's won for and died for the same exact sentence. Had he done anything else?
He did forward 3-4 on block into north.
Yeah, I mean, listen, shout outs to Soul Warrior, you know?
Yep.
If you guys haven't been around long enough to know, hold north, not
And
pressure. It has won me more games than it has cost me. Just look at it again. Just his willingness. Just I'm not there. I'm not there.
And Unjust just didn't reversal in time. He hesitated and then pressed. That's what got him killed. Tried to anti like two.
I think even as something as simple as like a down one rising star would have covered all those options. Like it might have clipped them on the way up even.
He was just way too early.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
The music's cranked here. The Kolosseum's on fire. Kev, welcome to your first sudden death.
Listen, I am excited. The music is very fitting. I am as amped as I could possibly be. And I hope both of these competitors are too, because they're going to need that energy if they want to make it out of here and move on into grand finals. And from if the past matches have shown us anything, it's anybody's match.
Turkey starting with some big old damage buffs.
Yeah, at some point.
From Unjust, and he was finally sick of just counter poking right there, right? And he finally changed it up and change it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to know too that like he's been letting Turkey get away with so many unanswered like 4-2-4 staggers. Unjust after a certain amount of time he just has to start challenging them. It's coming down to the wire. Turkey can't get away with these situations for free. He has to make them think.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one actually hurt to see.
And what's sad is that you have to. If you don't flawless block there, you're dead.
Yeah, he just puts out sunlight, and what do?
You get laughed at.
I mean, again, you know, I've tried to remain as unbiased as I can during the Turkey matches, you know? I've been trying to keep it, and if he does well, if he makes it through this in the first place, and continues to do well, the giggles might start coming out. I might not be able to control myself. Oh, what a great answer. Yeah, Unjust almost forced to spend it there. Thank God that clipped, or else he would have been in a world of hurt.
Yeah, if he came down with jump kick, it would have been pretty much close to wrap. He was triple stacked on a Sunday evening.
And now Turkey just getting auto shimmied for his life. Got to be careful.
What a dive.
Yeah, he's just not there. Here's the launcher here. This is guaranteed damage for Turkey. Again, remember the momentum that Kodo operates off of. This could be a big problem. Might come down to the audacity to just command grab him. But he's trying to play it safe. Oh no!
Wow, for that to come down to the best read being not blocking, Kevin, he wasn't blocking.
I mean, listen, you know as well as I do, there were a lot of competitors where their tech against Kodo Khan is to take the hit sometimes.
Oh no, I'm shocked he didn't go for the free load of the third totem right there to reset the time. Not gonna matter. Get your ass to this corner. I'm drinking the juice. I got some Hawaiian punch. I got some totems. I got some sun.
Oh, that manages to clip. Yeah, they both press. This is big boy damage. He's got to take this. And Unjust will have defensive options, but not breakaway in time for this next read. Oh my, that should be game for the match.
Oh, it is the brutality. He's gonna plant a Johnny Cage tree here, saving the environment, praising the sun, and doing it for the Aztec. The returning champion is gonna be in grand finals again.
Yeah. When it came down to who had the bigger fetish in the footsie game, look at the only part of Johnny Cage Cole decided to save.
Ooh.
Yeah, Turkey just proved that he wanted it more.
He created a monument to him.
And he will be moving forward to take on Tweety in grand finals. I mean, look at this again. It's just the audacity, just the fact how confident he was in his play. Because Unjust, especially with Johnny with sunglasses, that comeback and damage could have been so monstrous. But he just wasn't scared. He just believed in himself. And now he put himself in a great position to face again a past Kolosseum champion for his chance to become this week's week number 2's MK11 champion.
It'll be going down, guys, after our first and only break of the night. We are going to have a really cook breather. I might be a little bit hungry, if I can be honest with you.
I mean, I was talking to you about it. Remember, I said the second stream's done. It's 4 pounds of food getting sent directly to my mouth, you know?
I respect it here, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to a quick break. When we come back, we will close out this tournament. These players are gonna get some points, and it's a battle between 2 champions. You can't ask for anything more. More Mortal Kombat on the way.
The Kolosseum is brought to you by pixelpro.io. Empower the creators. And the Kolosseum Studios. Check out events, merch, music, and more at kolosseum.gg.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? First off, I just want to say thank you guys so much. The Kolosseum has been kicking ass. We've had an amazing first year, and that's thanks to you guys. Our foundation has always been you guys, the community. You know, without it, we wouldn't be possible. Without the views, without the donations, for the players, for everyone, thank you. But we want to kick things up a notch. We want to raise the bar even further. And so in order to do this, we had to pull the Kolosseum off of my Twitch channel that some of you have noticed. Because we weren't able to stream to multiple platforms. Twitch doesn't allow this in their contract for partnered or affiliated channels, hence why there's no sub button on the current Kolosseum channel. But if you are looking for a similar option to support us, we finally have something for you, and it's YouTube members. And you can right now become a YouTube Kolosseum member to gain access to emotes, badges, and members only content. So on behalf of everyone at the Kolosseum, thank you guys so much, and we hope that you become a member, and you'll be getting some access to some awesome exclusive content, live streams every single week, and just as a heads up, nearly 7.5 hours of bonus matches every week just for the upcoming season that I have planned. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. We hope you become a member today.
Whoa. wrist throbbing. All heat like I'm Sonny Crockett. Play with me, that's a risk. Gold chain, match the wrist. All white fit. Sonny Crockett from the Vice, yeah, it's pricey. I ain't tryna hear you whine while I'm dining. Telling yo, I ain't tryna hear you on my telly, yo. Play with me, I'm knocking like a stereo. Play with me, I'm knocking like a stereo. I know all my haters on a first name basis. I'm the type to steal the flows from. Whoa, they the type to want my income. I think that I've had enough of jealousy is entertaining. No, I'm never giving up. I'ma start this in the making. No, I'm never giving up. I'ma start this in the making.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Kolosseum. I would like to say I'm joined by Mr. Aquaman, but he's very much joined by me, and I'm, appreciative of being here again. We've had such a great event so far today, such incredible matches from such incredible competitors. I'd like to take a second again to thank everybody watching on the YouTube stream, watching on the Twitch stream, hanging out with us, and just having a good old time and enjoying the pinnacle of competitive Mortal Kombat 11. I'd like to take a quick second to take another look at the bracket, look at some of the matches that we've had today that we were fortunate enough to go through, starting off with Tweety taking on Patient Impulse, which was a fantastic start from Patient Impulse in the beginning of the set, who then got drowned out by the momentum of Tweety as Tweety took that set. Biohazard versus Ludi, where Biohazard just showed up and showed out with his, unfortunately, very impressive collector, I hate to say, but it got the job done, and it almost made Ludi seem like he's never ever faced a collector player before. But it takes a competitor the level of Biohazard with his amount of time being retired to put on a set like that. Great one to see. Unjust versus Xander. Xander's one of his first appearances in a top 8 bracket in the Kolosseum, put on quite a show, a match that I don't think a lot of people suspected Unjust to struggle with. Made him switch off of fisticuffs, which not even Turkey was able to get Unjust to do. We then take a look at Full Auto versus Turkey Sucks, the battle of the brain dead beefy boys, as Full Auto unfortunately lost that one to Turkey. And then, of course, Tweety tearing through Biohazard, Turkey managing to make it through Unjust to get us to our grand finals now, where Tweety will be taking on Turkey Sucks, two great Kolosseum champions looking for the run back to try to become week 2's champion in this season 4 bracket. Of course, if you guys haven't already, we'd be very thankful if you took an opportunity to check out the Matcherino. It is as easy as claiming the coupon code on the right hand side of the screen to add free money to the bracket. If you would do so, we would be very appreciative. We've already got the pool close to about $327. Oh, almost a jump of what, $50 since we've last checked?
$50 coming in from the one who fights. Yeah, the one who fights says, okay, I'm gonna read the message. He says, "You're a legend, Aquaman, and let's go Kodal, but dang, I gotta root for Tweety." Okay, so he's letting us know who he likes here this grand finals. Thank you for the $50 donation. That's going right to the players at the end of this. And you know what? He may have I don't know, how do I put this? donationally blessed Tweety, and with this kind of start, he's nearly flawlessing this man.
I'm wondering if it would have been a $70 donation, but 20 of it was spent to grease Turkey's palms a little bit. This is a rough looking set for him as we start off. This is Tweety putting out the amount of damage that you would usually see from Kotal, but of course Tweety has been very insistent throughout his competitive career with Garrus on using that choke variation, and it's for that very reason.
Oh, and that was a sick range to do a forward one outside of the forward 3 range. The forward one of Kotal's gonna be the quicker of the two at a 9-frame startup, and these boys are pressing some buttons. And guys, this is grand finals. There's the vertical down 2 I was talking about earlier. It's first to 5. Winner taking home first place of the week, and that's 150 points. Second place gonna get 125 points. Those that have lost in the semifinals are getting 75, and those that lost in the first round tonight are getting 50. Everyone in the top 32 getting some points. And holy crap, some of these forward 1-2s of Turkey have been balls to the wall aggressive.
Yeah, doing what he can to keep himself alive. I'd also like to take a quick second to thank Turkey for the black and gold shout out. That's my whole little thing, you know. So I see it, Turkey. I appreciate it. But, you know, win while using it. It'd be better. As Tweety, yeah, again, I mean, how many times have we seen that brutal tonight? That back throw. And I don't know if that should be a bigger indication of the fact that that is how Tweety intends on ending most of his rounds, because we've seen the same brutal so many times. Might want to be something that competitors pay attention to, but even still, that strike throw mix is so intimidating. It's hard to take the risk.
And he's one of the few Gears players left that just enforces it still. You know, we saw a lot of Gearses in season 1 of, oh my goodness, that does a lot of damage. What was I saying? Oh, he's just murdering him.
It's
Anyway.
You were saying that he's one of the few that actually enforces it.
Yeah, you know, loves using that strike throw to its full offensive extent. You know, a lot of the Gearses that we see, or some of the other big Gearses that we see, kind of play just a complete different style where it's not going forward, it's going backward, right? Or playing the mid-range game and staying there looking for something to whiff punish, looking for something to react to. A lot of Gears players will play reactionary too and forget that they have, you know, looping throws in multiple directions and wonderful tools to back up that game plan. Gears can do anything in MK11. He really is a one-size-fits-all. And he's a threat anywhere on the screen.
I mean, they've nerfed him, but it's just how complete his toolkit is. He's never ever going to be nerfed down. I mean, especially now that, you know, we've reached towards the end of the game's lifespan. But you couldn't really nerf him in such a way that you'd make him a bad character without just changing his universal toolkit.
Exactly, and we've been saying it for such a long time. You can't nerf a godlike tool set, you know?
Yeah.
It's so hard, and it's why you see top tiers just stay top tier, because it's like, okay, but he still has a teleport.
Yeah, and then even on top of that, I mean, like, we're looking at specifically the variation that Tweety likes to use, because he likes to play brave and make very strong reads and be able to cash out when he's correct. But even somebody like Gur, and the way that Gur just abuses clone and keeps himself plus in every exchange and can command grab you from essentially anywhere for corner carry, like, not only is his general toolkit very strong, but even his custom moves have a lot of utility.
And Gur's kind of the perfect person to talk about when it comes to showing that Gears can, you know, be a threat anywhere. Gur's mind is everywhere on the screen at once. Like that's how you have to think, is you just have the ability to have something anywhere. At some point, oh, that was a scary time to have to guess a 1-150-50. He has to do it again. It's been clutch. Oh no, Fatal could have killed. And no, I got that one's gonna save him from what probably could have been a command grab that would have given him the lead with time running out. And Tweety escapes with another one as he glides away on his sand nimbus.
Yeah, and I'm saying again, Mr. Aquaman, it's that flawless block on the 2-4. Had Tweety, had Turkey been able to launch that, that could have been guaranteed into fatal blow for a round. It's I get that it's hard to react to, but competitors at this level, if they can build up the ability to do that consistently, they can really shut down that string.
Ooh, and that's a juicy optimal damage right there. Hooking him with the back 2-2. Even Kotal saying praise the sun. That's a scary spot in this matchup, because every time Gears is -7, he has to look out for reversal command grab.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the jump over, but he's just not close enough. It's so rare seeing a Kotal jump on whiff. Yeah.
I thought I was gonna get sucked. Wait.
I mean, listen, what kind of night are you having? You know?
Hey, it's a Sunday night.
I don't know if we're watching the same show, Mr. Aquaman. Oh, and the confirm into the fatal. Let's see how much this hit for. I don't think it's going to kill. Of course, you know, Kotal, the king of the 1050. But I think even with the scaling, most characters would have been saved from this.
And Kotal's no threat from this distance.
Yes.
He's no threat to Geras at that range. Unless he's got the cat, but Turkey just playing that, I think, conventional con-cut command grab disc loadout right now. And he knows, I mean, he saw against Biohazard that what happens when you bring the cat to try to close the gap on Tweety. He's ready for it. I think he phantom zoned a cat earlier.
And then the other problem for him too is that in a lot of other matchups, being in that situation would have been a very simple, listen, I'm just going to sunlight and build up the resources that I can while I sit here and make the opponent deal with that. But he knows that if he goes for sunlight, that's easy sand trap for Tweety. And even though Tweety would take damage in that exchange, it would have been enough to kill before it would have been a problem.
2-0. This is the Season 3 champion going up against the Season 2 champion.
Yeah, and keep in mind too, very speedy 2-0 on top of that. So there's going to be half of the adjustments that need to be made by Turkey. You kind of just have to figure out what to do to Tweety to almost slow him down. If you can at least change his pacing, it throws off a lot of his pressure. But that's, of course, easier said than done.
Yeah, I think he has the right variation, because the variation that you want to bring this Kotal Con depends on the Geras that you play. It's one of those matchups. Like, if you know you're fighting Gur, do you want something that's going to be able to close the gap? Do you want something, and that's also per Kotal player. Turkey doesn't use the air cat, but someone like Aztec has a really good success rate against Geras because he uses that particular tool that has some secret sauce to it, and like vice versa. So I know Turkey just likes this kind of solid style, just this, and then sometimes he'll swap out the launcher for the of course increased damage. But you cannot summon totems consistently against Geras. You simply can't. You're just gonna get sand trapped every single time, and then you're getting your neck cracked.
Yeah, and it's one of those problems for Turkey is that he's very, very set into his variations, and it wins him matchups. And in situations like this, it can become a problem because even though he can swap them out, he's not as akin to using what's not his base custom setup. And so he knows every single answer that he has with this setup, but in some situations where your tool is not the answer, it can cause problems.
Ooh, that's one of the challenges. I would like to see maybe a little more checks with the command grab on reversal, because Tweety is just kind of going into his -7 consistently, and he's been in a lot of respect. Also, huge shout outs to the One Who Fights who just put in that donation, also becoming a member on YouTube. And oh my, that explosion didn't hit. Kotal's jump kick's a little broken.
Yes. Listen, Kotal has so many good like air tools. You would think for such a grounded character he would struggle a little bit for people who take to the skies, but
hey, that's a Bigfoot coming down.
Yeah, listen, I understand it.
Woo!
And again, and you know what? I was gonna say earlier, but I wanted to wait and make sure that I wasn't gonna, sound better. I think one of the solutions to this matchup might just be that Turkey has to play as brave as Tweety usually does.
Yeah, he just steamrolled him in a flawless victory. What a response. And there's a long way to the top tonight if you want to rock and roll. You need 5 wins in this match. And look at Kotal just glowing. Look at him looking radiant as ever.
Yeah, he's just reaching for that second dub.
And Kevin, can we talk about the elephant in the room? Turkey doesn't suck anymore, man.
No, but you know what? I don't think he feels like paying the $5 on PSN to really make people aware.
You get a free one every year, don't you?
Yeah, you would think for how well he places in so many events and how much money he's probably made off of online tournaments that he'd have a couple of schmeckles for a PSN change. But Tweety pulling out the frost, this is going to be an interesting one. I would have to refer to you on this one because I'm not as familiar with how she operates in this matchup or if she's even really a threat outside of just zoning.
Hey, I've never fought a frost in my life. I have no clue.
Yeah, right. They're not. There was what, like 4 of them out there, and they don't play anymore.
Maybe.
So.
The only time I hate this matchup is when she brings the dive bomb, and Tweety's not going to be playing that.
Yeah,
so
let's see.
I know that how he's going to probably approach this is just what Frost excels at that range. down 4 is gonna stop a lot of forward too. She's really good kind of at that range to try to bully or keep up with Kolosseum's range. And in the corner, you just do Frost things.
I mean, listen, it's already looking pretty problematic for Turkey here. And again, as you said, the down 4 check, and this is where the bullying begins. Kodo has a lot of really strong neutral tools, but they do come at the cost of slow startup.
Yes.
And Frost's going to be able to contest with those since her tools don't go as far, but they definitely come out a lot faster and they go far enough.
Yeah, even there, if she decides to kind of challenge with the back 2, it honestly might get the forward 2 and startup, etc. So that's why this range is kind of tricky. It's the same with down 4. Just because down 4, what's kind of secretly nasty about it, ooh, it almost chipped out, is that it's so active.
Yeah, oh, nice jump in. Yeah, it's starting to look like Turkey almost does not know how to contest this. Ooh. And if Tweety catches on to the fact that Turkey doesn't know how to operate in this matchup or can't figure it out fast enough, he can start solidifying some big wins and he already has a lead.
Nice flawless block by Turkey. Unnecessary, but I respect it.
Yeah, you know, it's less chip, and we see the variation name. He does intend on gaming, so ideally, if he can do it, he's going to try.
Ooh, I like that. Turkey. When you see Kotal Khan wave dash into forward 2 range and do nothing, that's them playing some full screen footsies, trying to get you to flinch.
All right, let's see. Nice back through here. Just continuing to jump, keep that threat there. And then, of course, Frost with a very solid anti-air herself in her down 3. Don't know if we'll get to see much of it tonight. It might help contest those jump 1s from Turkey, but Turkey hasn't even had a lot of opportunities to throw those out.
And Turkey thought, no way in hell that thing's gonna reach me. And it damn sure did. Good positioning for Tweety now.
Oh. And then just the throw. See, this is where the pressure starts up. Don't forget, Tweety is not afraid to start grabbing some shoulders.
Ooh,
I'm actually upset that in clip.
Almost pizza time right there, and that is all that Turkey really needs to start a comeback. Breakaway, gonna keep it guaranteed. I think that he was gonna need more of a sequence from this, of at least making him come off the breakaway, put him back in the corner, and then hope for one more into the fatal blow. I don't know about using it this early, but I mean, he needs to. He is on life alert to go down.
There's a problem now. Look at the clock. Oh,
it's pizza time.
Oh, you got it. Oh, he should have just sunlight. No, there's no way. There's actually no way. Yeah, there's nothing he can do now.
Can you put the camera on? Oh, no.
I don't know what you say.
So,
I legitimately just don't know what you say.
if you guys are asking why what occurred just occurred, he was sitting there. He's like, I just got to worry about, was it the forward 2 at this range? The massive lunge that Frost has. It's a high, so I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna crouch. And then he did the auger lunge. Tweety's just a better player.
I mean, I don't think I have a lot of evidence to argue with you right now.
He's just a better player.
We're looking at a 3-1 lead, Frost versus Kodal. I mean, if anybody in chat can verify to us what you think this matchup is for Frost, if you even happen to know, and I'll say ahead of time, 50% of you in the least, that's me being generous, will be lying. You have no idea what you're talking about. But the other half of you that actually know, let us know.
And here we go, 3-1.
Oh my!
Took away
Okay.
the cap. I don't even know, Kevin. I'm watching tech that I don't even know exists.
I can do nothing but take it in.
Yeah,
Why we all haven't become Frost players at this point? You know, it's really on us. We could be doing this. We could be getting away with this. Nobody knows how to fight her. I would sit with a lot of my friends on the theory that she was really only put into the game to beat Jade. I know that's definitely a matchup that she dominates in, but watching this, she might be Kodal.
Tweety, look at him, how he covers the range in front of him. Like you mentioned earlier, always having something there that Kotal Khan's gonna be outsped on, or go into something that's already active. It's a huge knockdown for Turkey. He's in wave dash. Command grab range, and he wave dash into thing. And that's going to be guaranteed.
Oh, no.
No!
It had to have just not come out. No part of me believes that he
Yeah.
wouldn't have gone for it.
Had to have, but given a gift from the Elder Gods. And the down one cat works, and it's been working for him all night.
Oh my, that 100% success rate on that move. He should just be using it the whole time. I didn't know it was unblockable. I've learned some things today.
What is happening? It's like watching it's like watching a raw shoulder charge from Spawn have 100% hit rate, and you're like, why?
I was saying that Relic Lore is one of the best special moves in the game. I've changed my mind. It's definitely Auger Lunge now.
Ooh. Tweety ate a lot of damage, but now he just gave himself Fatal Blow.
I mean, let's see how much he can do with it. Turkey's been a little more successful in this match, and I mean, he's only going to need so much time to figure out what he's supposed to be doing, which I think is the biggest problem, is him just trying to figure out, oh, there's the KB. Don't forget she has that.
Oh my goodness. Hers is one of the least scaling as well from the OG cast.
Hey, that's it. I'm picking up Frost. I've decided.
It's time.
It's time. It's going to be a rough first week and then an amazing 7 months.
And the comeback secured by Tweety. Turkey can find no momentum against this frozen sorceress. Oh,
So
no.
that was a very brave Sunlight. Very brave. And the down two just to get him out of the corner.
Look at that 200 damaged cat. Got a little bit of a sunburn there at the end.
Oh, perfect answer. And it seems like Turkey's starting to figure out some of these exchanges. It's really just coming down to once Tweety ends his turn, how does he get in without getting clipped? That's his problem. Oh my God.
I've never seen a cat shut down so hard before.
Oh, that's punish? Yeah, he has to take that.
And that is really hard to do, that combo. I can't even do that combo.
I never tried. I just take the back to two. Oh, I like the attempt to backdash cat though. Oh, and now Tweety returns a shimmy himself.
Here does a breakaway get there to
He has to. Oh, he's getting shimmied. Remember, Tweety will throw you. You have to remember. Oh.
And I don't even know if it was his turn. It was just back to two. And then lunge, catching movement backward. Potentially a button from Turkey right there. Just sliding, grooving his way to a 4-1 lead. He's a game away.
I mean, why wave dash when you could snowboard? Let's just
like
keep it simple.
Looking like Frozone out here.
Yeah, I mean, listen, got a little bit of that, Elsa energy.
Oh yeah.
And definitely making it feel like it's Disney time with these magical exchanges that Tweety just keeps managing to pull off. And look, again, Turkey, they're getting shimmied again because, as we've mentioned before, Tweety does a great job of implementing the threat of the throw. So when it comes down to final game scenarios, you really have no idea what he's going for.
Defending champ back to the wall. Thank you to everyone that has watched up to this point, that has always supported the Kolosseum. I can't believe our prize pool in the middle of week 2 is already at $327 on the season.
Yes, listen, three big
insane,
totem
everyone.
stacks in there.
Thank you.
We go down to what could be the final match here.
I definitely owe them a couple of shots next week. I just forgot tonight.
Well, let's see, if you're gonna stack up next week, I wish you luck. I've seen people try to do that I owe you a couple of shots games before, and it gets a little crazy.
Not the smartest thing to do in live entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. This could be a sweet side switch. And Turkey knows not to break away. The headbutt of death is going to come. That is Frost's armor break.
And that actually a pretty solid one for her too. If you know the spots to throw it in, it can have a similar utility to something like Relic Lore. Like you can get basically your combo off of it anyway and not have to be concerned about it, or just get your increased scaling. Of course, if you can call out the exact moment, you can get bigger reads off of it, but you don't really have to take the chance if you don't want to. Oh, he that hurt me too much to comment on. To be fair, Turkey has landed so many jumping kicks. It's about time he got hit with one, but
He's been abusing it too, as Turkey.
I mean, he might as well. As you said before, that boy Kodal has got a big boot.
Oh yeah, that's an Oshtek size 17 coming at you.
Oh, he definitely gets clipped for his trouble there. And now here's the corner damage. Forced to break away.
But that's why you say that it's so good, is because look how much damage she gets before you even can.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to wake up command grab. He tried to do the dirty. Oh no, he's paying the price for this.
This is into the. He didn't even have to. He gave up the corner for that for the sauce. At this point, yeah, Tweety
Nah,
just.
$3.99. That's ridiculous, Tweety. You are just styling on us here with this Frost. And this is one of his favorite characters to play. Tweety just doing his thing, as he always has here at the Kolosseum. He's a hit away, and guess what? He doesn't give a fuck. He fucking loves pizza. It's one of his favorite things. He said, give me more. Because guess what? With the earnings I'm going to get from beating your ass, I'm going to buy some more, you son of a bitch.
Oh,
Let's
you
go,
know, if
Tweety.
he, I don't know if Tweety's streaming right now. I forgot to go ahead and check, but you know he's already been discussing whatever his order is going to be before he even did. Because like, if I take this and that 327, I can definitely get 2 quesadillas from Taco Bell. I can get my foot. He's gone over that order 40 times. But congratulations to Tweety. And a great job to Turkey as well. He definitely needed these points. He didn't get on the board the first week. And so he'll be on the board now, I have to presume, with the amount of points he's earned today. But Jesus, what a set.
Big time. Dominating in this last one. And this combo. That was what, 490 for Frost?
No, I think it was about like 400 flat. It was 399-ish, but yeah, even
for Frost, that's still too much. Come on.
Yeah, for Frost, that's her hitting you with a combo with 3 totems up.
Yeah.
It should never get that far. It's just
sensational stuff, guys. I mean, I could ask for more. My 2 defending champions were going at it in the finals. People still took some games off them. Competition's looking tight. Everyone that was close to top 8. Hope everyone signs up for week number 3, guys. Next weekend, same time, same place. Let's take a look at the schedule. Every single Saturday, MKX. Matches start at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern time is MK11. Top 8s are at 7. Matchmaking's from 4 to 6.
That's on me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm looking for that goddamn button. I don't know where that shit is.
I saw nothing. You know. They were being courteous to me. I was a little gassy, and he knew it was going to end up on stream, and he covered for me. I appreciate it.
But what's crazy is that's what that button's for. It's like that's what it's there for. Is that's what it means. Incredible. I forgot what I was even talking about, so that's fine. Oh, here we go.
Just the schedule, yeah.
Oh, the schedule. Every Saturday, every Sunday, right here. Check out every episode of the Kolocast as well. We've interviewed a lot of the players that you see competing, as well as a lot of other big community members and tournament organizers and content creators in the Mortal Kombat community. Looking to add some more whenever we can breathe in the middle of the week. We're still working on that. We definitely want to interview Turkey next. So
yeah, I can't wait for that.
If you guys like what you see, there's going to be a lot of praising of the sun in that one. But it's simple, guys. Every Saturday, MKX. Every Sunday, MK11. There's 4 weeks remaining now to gather some points to make the finals. And that's where the money's going to be on the line. And already a big chunk of change on it, Kevin. And I want to thank you for joining us this week, man. First time at the Coliseum. Did you like it?
I had the time of my life. I mean, between those, I've seen some things tonight that I as I said before, I'm never going to see again. I only would have seen them on the Coliseum. And it was a great pleasure being here. I thank you again for the opportunity and for putting me on and letting me talk to the people. And I hope we get to do it again sometime.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. And is there anything you've got going on? Do you want to give some shout outs? Let know people where to find you?
You can find me on all of my socials at Kevin M. Cologne. Feel free to hit me up if you guys ever need any graphic design work, if you'd like to collaborate on some ideas. I'm always looking to help the community in any way as I can. In any way I can, as long as I have the time. So don't hesitate to reach out. I don't shut up. So if you message me, just be ready for a conversation.
I like it. Thank you so much for coming on, man. We appreciate it. Guys, sign up for next week if you want to compete. Follow, like, subscribe if you want to watch some more action live or in the future on YouTube. If you're watching this in the future, hope it doesn't suck. We'll see you guys next episode. It's going to be MKX week number 3 next Saturday, same time, same place here at the Kolosseum. Have a good night.
The Kolosseum is brought to you by pixelpro.io. Empower the creators. And the Kolosseum Studios. Check out events, merch, music, and more at kolosseum.gg.